Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Lilly, and in this video I'm doing a playthrough of the trading and raiding plus the hotfix release patch. We are going to Spain and we are going to do hardcore and slow, which is the absolute worst combination to play. Buckle up ladies, we are going in. Oh lord. Under the sea. Right, I would like to go to Spain, fairly north I think, close to the mountains, so I can get some goats and sheep, because I do want that. And we are trying to get some miso influence. I'm going to go miso 5k. That's fairly close to Neo. It's basically going into Neo, and hardcore slow, and of course tutorial off. Let's do this. So since this is for the more seasoned players, I will not go so much spoon feeding as I normally do with the beginners videos. But I will provide some hints and tips, and also inform about the latest patches and things that you might not know about that has been added, changed or adjusted. So I am of course assuming that you do know the basics if you're watching a hardcore playthrough. Let's see, where do I want to go? A bit hilly, I don't mind a bit hilly, but I don't want to go too far because I would like to spend a lot more time building than walking. So as we can already see, we have new icons for the difficulty. So they are now, I don't know, are they bottles? What are they? I have no clue what they are. I like kegs. So red is of course hardcore, then blue will be expert, and of course green will be the beginners. So I'm just going to start with my usual rituals and any difficulty. Getting down, first of all, comfort, and of course huts where I can. So let's see if we can make them, build them same day as we landed. Let me see, you and you. So I'm going to focus on those first. Adding a fisherman is not a bad idea. I'm also going to add hazelnuts to one of these groups. A bit of mud for the offerings. I don't prioritize the offerings today or this day because we're going to spend the entire time building, so it comes when it comes. Tomorrow will be tomorrow. And of course stone, without limits, because I'm going to build stuff, yada yada. And wood, we need planks, not planks but logs. We do have planks now though, it's really cool. Okay, let's get a few crafters going as well. I am now assuming that my people will manage to build all this, even though I make extra groups. Maybe I'm a little bit utopian, but hey, let's test them out. So, main group are doing these things, yeah, as usual. You will be doing fine sticks, and fine sticks only. You just as well chuck them to 50 because we're going to use them constantly when building. They are always used, they are never wasted. I don't think I've ever experienced wasting any fine sticks, at least not the first few years. And then when you are like 200 plus population, you never get enough fine sticks to keep up the tools. In the end we're going to probably have 14 a full group doing fine sticks only. Yeah, been there, done that. So I'm going to add extra of the wooden spears because we are going to need them for farming, tilling and planting. And you and you and you. Oh, I don't have bifaces, so yeah, no need for those yet. But you can do the bones too. Usual of these, and of course you don't need more than one because you're not going to build a million axes, are you? With fine raw stone, that is so scarce. And yeah, I couldn't go max up the labor age, but I could go higher up on work hours, so I'll do that. Okay, this looks okay. Let's get some speed. See how far they come. Go, go, go. Okay, so at least we have gotten to big fireplaces, so none of them would sleep in the open. We'd prefer if they finished the huts as well. I thought I'd calculated well for them to do that. Don't be lazy. See, you can even manage to finish this one. Just be efficient, my little bogs. Go. Go. You can do it. You can get up the offering as well. Go, go. No mucking about. You're almost there. No, I did not want to get the offering. But they got all the huts, so the offering will be completed first thing in the morning, so not too bothered. We also have other new icons. It will show when you're running out of food in your locality, which I don't like that we have in hardcore. If you cannot read the environment and how your tribe is behaving, then you shouldn't be in hardcore. That's me being very strict though. And I find it not necessarily correct or incorrect as such. I find it maybe not as reliable as one would think, because when you are hardcore, you are often being extremely stingy with the food and having only what you need in camp. Except for starter feast, which is the entire first year where you have tons of everything. Even in hardcore you have quite a bit to go on. But for normal play in hardcore after starter feast year 1 or year 0 to 1, you will always have the amount of food to just keep your people alive without wasting anything. This is one of the things that you need to master when you are doing hardcore successfully for many years with the same tribe, to not waste any food no matter where you are. So the apple, as it is a lovely apple. When it shows red, when you have enough food, it is basically incorrect, because we don't lack food. We are choosing to not have many days of food in the camp at the same time, and that's basically all there is to it. It does not mean that we have low amounts of food. So I have suggested to the devs that this should be changed, so just see if they are removing it from hardcore. It's basically useless for us on hardcore if we're playing it right. Oh, I just thought of something. You know, the new icon for the hardcore difficulty, it is not a bottle or a keg. It's the hands that show the time on an old-fashioned clock. It's a bit thick, elongated, triangle-ish, but I think that's it. I think. Okay, let's pick a group to create a few graves, because we do have a few old people in the tribe, and as everyone knows, if you have no graves when people die on hardcore, you are asking for trouble. Oh, oops, nope, that's a bit too messy. Let's just build those two to start with, and then take it from there. Right, shall we test out the new thing? Trading and raiding. Let me see, this is the closest one they have. We want those. We want ropes, but we're not going to pay for it. We're going to steal it. That's evil. I say, do I have enough? Yeah, we have enough. So they need weapons to raid, and of course free people. So I'm chalking off two to do this. Feel a bit naughty. So they look okay. One of them is a bit feeble. Might get a bit of wounds in the battle. So you can't go like in a different view to see them actually fighting. You will see one of them. You will see the group leader or whatever she is. And then you will see them fighting, and you will see the loot they get as they are fighting. And of course they don't walk at night. They just sleep where they are. Just like when you are migrating, it's the same system. So, but as soon as the sun is up, they will start walking again. But they are really slow. I was kind of hoping they would be fast, at least the traders, but they're not. They're really slow. So yeah, it takes time. Imagine going to those furthest away. It's going to take days. So you need to be able to absolutely afford to send off people. There are quite a few here. I was expecting it to be a lot less on hardcore than on beginners and expert, but it seems we are fairly lucky with this locality. I have seen less as well on hardcore. Oh, are you moving immediately? The second you see us come raiding, you're moving. But you're misunderstood a little bit, Mr. Tribe. You are moving towards us. You should be going the other way. Yeah, your other left. Are you worried? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like that they show fear when we raid. It makes me feel bad. Don't want to feel bad. Okay, they are finished. And they got some ropes. I'm not going to go do that again. I feel bad. I will be better as time goes by. You desensitize yourself, you know. You dehumanize the other tribes. They're just pixels, Lily. It's all good. Right, so now we have more ropes. That means we can build more houses as soon as we have enough straw and stuff. So the one of the things that I noticed when I did some of this testing is that if you first trade with a tribe and then raid it, you tend to get more resources than if you just immediately raid it. So that's a small tip for you guys. If you want to get a little bit more loot when you are raiding, see if you can afford to trade with them first and then smack them with a nice surprise raid. It's not nice, but hey, it's a game. We're allowed to do as we see fit. Let's get down some more housing for people. They won't accept sleeping for a year out in the fresh air with or without fireplaces. This is not beginners. They will start moaning extremely fast, extremely quickly. Should also start getting down storage areas, because with animal husbandry we also got that the wild herbivores will also come and look for food when it's winter, and they will come to your camp and eat whatever is there, because they also like the fruits that you can harvest from the wild. So yeah, so when it's low amounts in the wild, they will come to camp in the hopes that we have something laying around. And if I have a lot, I actually share with them, but they don't die. They will not die, but you will see that they are hungry, but you will never see that they die from starvation, because that is not coded into them. Otherwise that would be really bad. I mean, seriously bad. One rough winter and your entire wild stock of prey would be dead. Not good. You would have 10,000 meat in a week, but then you wouldn't have anything after that. Not good, not good. So yeah, there are more changes. For instance, the dryer coding has been changed, because there has been so many players that does not understand that if you have 40 food on your dryers, your tribe will not touch them until they are taken down, done, processed, and the tribe will basically sit in front of the dryers and die from starvation. And they didn't manage to put two and two together and deselect the resource on the dryers so that people could eat them no matter the stage they were in. So people died like flies, and yeah, a lot of players said, yeah, the game is broken, this is not working, this is a bug. It is not a bug. The devs developed this into the way it is now because players back in the day were complaining that tribe were taking from the dryers before it was ready, because back in the day you had to save your meat and fish dried for winter or you were a dead duck, because it used to be really bad at times with the foods. So they had to do that to make sure that the tribe did not eat up the food that would last through the entire winter. So that is why that was implemented. But now we have so many new players that think that the game is broken, leaving bad reviews because they can't feed their people when there's lots of food in the camp. The problem, however, is that this food is on the dryer, yeah, and it's implemented. They shan't touch it until it's done processing. So they have reverted that to that they will take whatever stage food is on the dryer if they are hungry enough. So you will see that as you play, that this has now been idiot proof. It's basically famine proofed dryers for the new players that does not manage to think that, okay, maybe I should deselect the food and the people eat as they see fit. Not everyone has that capacity, it seems, and yeah, so the devs have had to change a lot of things that should be logic, but I think it is a little bit overwhelming for a lot of new players, all the things you need to learn and to get right. But that is also why we have beginner's mode, which is really, really lenient. It's like a pure holiday if you are a hardcore lover. If you enjoy playing hardcore, then beginners is quite a holiday, to be honest. Let's add more. This is kind of priority because now I'm allowing people to harvest, since we are still in year 0. I'm allowing them to harvest without limits. So they are just getting more and more food, so we can build and build and build. We get as much housing up as quickly as possible to avoid any growing unrest, because the longer they go without anything, of course, the more annoyed they will be. In the end, they just leave your ass. Let me see. If I trade, no, I don't have anything to trade. I can't trade away my fine raw stone. I can't trade away my ropes. I could steal though, but I'm gonna wait till I actually have agriculture, because I will soon get Neolithic migrants. Yes, I will get a lot of the influence I need to build several objects that does demand Neolithic influence, but I still will need a Neolithic migrant that has agriculture. Nah, don't need those. Can't even make bifaces yet, so we'll just wait and see. At the moment, I think I'm going to leave them alone, because I don't really have anything to trade for. And yeah, we seem to be doing okay with what we already have, so there's no need to scare them off yet. You know, if you raid them too much, or if you bother them too much, they will try to move away from you. Some of them are a little bit thick in one end because they move towards me instead of away from me, but hey, I'm not going to complain. It's shorter for me to walk. Let's get up some tanners as well to keep up the peltats, and also of course the threshers. So added a few of the pits. It is important that you do get storage options for your food, because as soon as winter is there, you could be really, really unlucky and get a lot of food loss due to wild animals coming and helping themselves to food that you have not locked down in anything. So that is always a good idea. Okie dokie. Just take one day at a time and just keep building, prioritizing huts. Yeah, they're tired of sleeping out in the by the fireplace. Yeah, and you're also overworked. No, you're not. We have default work hours. Don't be a wuss. You're good. You're good. I just on hardcore specifically. Actually, to be quite honest, I do it wherever, whatever difficulty I'm playing. If there are people with really poor grades in will and fitness, and they start singing and threatening to leave, you know what? Leave. I don't care about it. I cannot adjust my entire tribe agenda for you having a bad grade. Do what you can in the normal work hours. I'm not asking you to take down the moon. Just get up in the morning and do a few bloody chores. That's it. I still find it non-authentic that elder and younger people, you know, when they go old, that they have no tasks. And the very young ones, of course they have tasks. They always had tasks. The moment you were born, you basically had a task. You have tasks from you born till you die in these days. We're not yet there in the modern times where we could afford that half the tribe was sitting on their bums doing nothing. You know, it's in our entitled times that we do that. We don't have that back then. Everybody had to chime in, and it is what it is. I still disagree with that. I also saw some players commenting about why people became so old. The only reason they are becoming so old in the game is because there has not been implemented any diseases yet, or any kind of environmental impact on health, apart from, of course, starvation. Yeah, so just hang tight, it will come. Weather effects will also come. So when there's winter, we're going to freeze our bums off. Just hang in there. Bit by bit, it will be implemented. I promise. Right. Let's get some benches for our elder generation. that's all fine and dandy. So I'm not gonna record absolutely everything I do. Dead periods you will have in hardcore as well. So I'm gonna jump from when I actually do something and leave out the really dead periods, and also perhaps cut down the nights as well. Try to not make the video too long, because it's a pain in the beep to edit and render and actually get up. It takes hours and hours and hours, and it's a chore. You know, if I streamed live, it would be so much better. But I don't have self-esteem for it. I need my editor to go through all my weird stuff, because I swear, I cackle, I say the wrong thing, and I get laughter fits. I do silly things, and sometimes he posts it anyway just to embarrass me. And I have to admit that it's still so hilarious. I'm probably never going to grow old in that sense. So yeah, he loves torturing me. Look at all the things we can build. That's nice. People are learning stuff on their own, exactly like they should. Yeah, so now we can do the big straw huts. So let's get to 50 here. So we always have to build one, and then also, of course, to repair the ones that we do have. You should start on this one to get up some proper appeasement, a much higher amount of appeasement than we have at the moment. We would like the 16, then I'm going to use the wooden post from Miso Influence, as long as I can have it, to build around to make the appeasement grow faster. And of course, when we lose too much Miso influence in the tribe, as we go into Neolithic timeline, I will replace those with the other menhirs. They will, of course, make you get the appeasement faster, but I wanted to show you guys the wooden posts, because they are so cool. But yeah, they need 30% Mesolithic influence in the tribe, and of course, as you are being eaten up by Neolithic influence, you will lose it. Why are you leaving the tribe? Are you one of those with a million bad grades? I bet you are. Not even going to bother with you, because I know there's enough food, there's enough everything here. Oh, I put them in the wrong group. Time to put them back to tribe. So when you have enough food, and you have normal work hours, you already know without having to check, that people are leaving due to bad grades, bad fitness, bad will. Yeah, bye. Not going to bother with them at all. Let's get some stuff down. There are a lot more fixes. For instance, the pregnancy rates have been adjusted a bit extra. You get also more migrants and younger migrants to try to fight the overwhelming amount of elder that you get after a while. So the migrants are becoming younger and younger to try to fight this. And also, of course, the females have a higher pregnancy probability. So there will be more babies, but there still is a certain soft cap in place to avoid these explosive population growths that we used to have. It was a nightmare to keep it under control, because you can do nothing with the birth control unless you keep your people really unhappy, and even then they will still have babies. So yeah, there needs to be a soft cap lock in place to avoid that you have a 5,000 population. That's not going to work. You're going to crash the game in your brain. You're going to crash your brain. You're going to be so stressed, you're going to crash your brain. All right. Yeah. Also, the grass for as a byproduct from wheat has also been increased. So we get more grass or more straw when we thresh the wheat than we used to before. So that is a big thing to help us to keep up our huts that demands straw for repairs. Let me see, I'm just going to get baskets, and then I'm just going to give them no limits at all. To just hamster in a few of these plant fibers to get enough for a few baskets, because I want baskets for my meat and you know, my animal product and my animal produce. Yeah, of course, look at that. Bad grades are leaving. And just hope his family doesn't follow. Because if they have a ton of family, family tend to follow them, and that is not good. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my word, please don't leave. I don't want to lose too many. You know, we are building as fast as we can. I can't build any faster. You know, there's not only one thing you need to consider, there are other things you need to consider, and you need to keep building. Oh, we can't build dryers yet either, so it's raw food for now. Sure, fine. No worries, we'll sort it. So there's quite a bit here you can see that people in the tribe can discover, because when you are the max skill holder in the tribe and you discover stuff, you are also likely going to discover new things. So everything you can see that is grayed out is something that you can actually discover yourself in the tribe. Don't need migrants for it. Let's get some of the raw foods. Yeah. I will build that one as soon as I have enough straw for it. Can go down a bit on the stones. No, you're fine. Don't need more for you. You're good. Okay, so I have pits now for the foods that I know will be in big amounts. I am going to put limits on all the wild produce though as soon as starter feast year 0 to 1 is done. So when it tips over to year 1, I'm going to put limits on as soon as summer or late spring starts. Also the calories that you need for your meal, they have been increased for when people need to recover from, for instance, a famine. So they will eat more to make sure that they quickly can subdue the starvation disease. And the more will you have, the more you will eat. So if you see someone eating like 2.5 units of raw meat, it's because they have been really hungry for quite a while. So that is implemented, and that will help the starvation disease, obviously. So it's better that this is being done the way it is, rather than people going for 14 sleeps and then half dead every day, even though they're eating. So this is a good change. This is more logic, that you will eat more. But of course, if you have fatal starvation and then eat more, you could actually kill yourself. So it's done before fatal starvation. If you reach fatal starvation, you are basically dead unless you eat less food. For instance, if they go eat berries, they could actually survive because the calories are not that bad. So you need to be careful with famine, because it's difficult to control it once it's out of hand. Yeah, and also on hardcore they die quicker than they do on beginners. Beginners, they can go many days. Hardcore, they will die within a day or two. So need to be very, very careful. The hunters also has been changed. They are more efficient with regards to focusing on stripping the animal they have killed before they go on to the next one. And they also take all the meat, and they also take all the leather, so that is not wasted. But it is always smart to have a gatherer group that has both raw meat and raw hide as tasks anyway, to help out the hunters, because that means the hunters can be freed up to go kill more animals and of course get more meat and more raw hides. It kind of goes without saying. There are also a lot of fixes in this hotfix, and that was released recently, and the biggest issue that we could see was that the starvation with the dryers, which has been solved, and also the inaccessible issues people had with the graves. Often when it is on water level, they tend to not be usable, and this is why this has been changed, to make sure that the water levels are accepted, even if you put it fairly close to a river or to the ocean as such. They also have increased the amount of knowledges that you get from migrants that you lack in the tribe. Say you are really unlucky and you lose, for instance, your entire leather working knowledge, you cannot even build a tanner. That's a bad thing, because you do need leather for all your threshers. So what will happen is that the migrants are more quickly coming to camp with leather working knowledge when you have lost it. And also, of course, they will come with more levels. The more you lack of levels, the more levels they will bring. So everything is being done to please the player when he feels that things are going too slow. So yeah, as long as it stays authentic, I don't really have an issue. But when it starts to become idiotic to please players who do not have any kind of patience and lack a lot of insight, I will probably start protesting, because that's not the aim of the game. We want it to be authentic. When it starts losing authenticity, when they're going away from what it's supposed to be like, then I will probably lose interest myself, because that's not what I want. So as long as they stay within what is supposed to be, what research, history, and that we know for sure, verified, is correct, I'm good. But then again, I don't have an issue with letting the devs know where I stand with regards to what is lacking in context with regards to correct history. So yeah, they tend to be fairly flexible, depending what it is, of course. Yeah. The intro tutorial has, of course, been worked a lot on, because people say the tutorial is not really that helpful for them. So of course they have worked a lot on the tutorial. But the thing is with the game, everything is so multifactorial. Each and everything is so depending on so much other things, and it's like layer upon layer upon layer of calculations and stuff, that if you don't play a lot, you won't learn it. You will have to learn so much from just playing, and it's going to be a 15-hour long tutorial to explain all these things, and that's just not going to work. So but also I see a lot of players do not even bother to read the tutorial, to learn even the basics of the game before they start complaining, and then they leave bad reviews. And I'm like, really? Are you serious? They don't, you know, it's the transference of what they know from beforehand, from previous other games, to this game where it goes really wrong. They need to start thinking differently in order to succeed in this game. And you need to start by doing the basic reading of the tutorial. It will teach you like 101. I mean, it's not even deep, it's just really basic. If you can't read that, you expect to learn things on your own when you start. That is really difficult to do, really difficult to do. But of course, if you never give up, if you are one of those types of players, those rare types of players who just keep going and learn from trial and error, you will rock at it. There is no doubt about it. So if you are one of those players, yay for you, keep going. But yes, it is frustrating when new players give up after 0.7 hours played and then leave a bad review because they can't get their gatherers to get food, because they haven't bloody well read the tutorial, and they don't ask for help. They just start whining immediately, saying, yeah, shit game, blah 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 blah. Oh, I don't know how the developers do this, and they've been doing this for a lot longer than me, having to accept all this lack of a basic insight conversations coming from new players that don't even bother to read the tutorial. And when you're guiding them on what they're doing wrong, sometimes they argue with you, like, really? Why are you here? Why are you on the forums complaining if you already know what I've been saying? Or if you disagree when what I am saying is actually the fact. It is how the game works. Trust me, I know this. It's yeah. Well, you know, you can't lose. You know, you can't be too frustrated, because you're gonna burn out, don't you? You need to allow yourself to ignore a little bit of all of the whining that comes through. So yeah, I'm doing fine at the moment because I have a tendency of losing my marbles if people have no manners. But I don't tend to lose my marbles if people just don't know any better. It is when they know better but choose to be proper tossers on forums or Discord or wherever and start attacking, doing personal attacks. And I will never accept that. Not in a million years. I will always hit down on that very, very hard. I mean, if you are a parent, you will automatically do it. It's just part of who you are. You know, it's your identity. You're a mom, you will teach people manners. It is what it is. Whether you like it or not, it is who you are. Yeah, at least if you care about the game and the community that is. If you don't really have a relationship to the community or to the game as such, then of course you won't bother that much. Yeah. What else is... yeah, they have also, which I have requested for flipping years, I'm exaggerating to make a point, and that is that the hunters shall avoid the pregnant females. And they have increased the avoidance for pregnant females even further, and I'm quite satisfied. But when there are few animals, then the pregnant females are being hunted as well. So if you want to min-max a little bit and take better care of your prey, you should keep an eye on what the hunters are doing, and then just swapping over to a different species of prey if there are too many pregnant females left in the species you are hunting. So that is just a min-max tip. Just do those micromanagement things to improve your prey, your stock. Yeah. Also dismantling Peltot has been increased speed. So when you start dismantling, it's like woof, and then the dismantle is done. It's like 2 ticks. To make sure that you can, on the same day you are moving, you are dismantling absolutely everything, and you don't spend the entire day dismantling. And this is a good move, because we are hardcore and you need to migrate. You need to not spend the entire day dismantling. You need to spend your day building in the new place. So this is a good move, absolutely a good move. There are several bugs that have been fixed. All the freezing and crashing when trading and raiding has been solved on some areas. There are still one area where we have a freeze when traders and raiders are out, and they are still working on that, but they are working on it, so it will be solved sooner or later, preferably sooner, because I freeze as well, and that annoys me when I freeze up in my game. Who doesn't get annoyed? And of course the AMD issues. The never-ending issues with AMD in this game. It's like a saga of its own. They are in contact though with the AMD driver developers, trying to get either improved drivers or help to improve whatever they have to avoid all the crashing and all the horrible things, unacceptable things that's happening in the game when you have AMD Radeons or whatever it's called. So yeah, that is taking up so much of their time that the entire weeks after the release, they have only been working on bug fixes, crashes, freezes, and basically just been tending to feedback from the gaming community. So there's not a lot of new stuff that has been added. It has been adjustments and fixes and fixes and adjustments, and yeah. We do have some visual things changed as well. For instance, horses, cattle have textured variations, so it's not only the same color for everyone. And also the goats, the modern goats, the tamed goats are different in colors now. They're more modern. You can see they have these color changes that is more like they are today. So of course it's of course correct now that we are closing up to modern times. So yeah, they are constantly working on something. And also the beginners mode has become more easy for the very new players to do better and to learn better. So there is more food, people are much more acceptable of things in comparison to expert and certainly hardcore. So yeah, So this is all to help out the new players to avoid so much frustration. The game is not supposed to be super duper easy, but I do understand and agree that there should be at least one area where everyone who is new can make mistakes without being completely slaughtered by the environment. So yeah, the beginner mode is a definite need, and I don't mind that they made it even easier, so that is completely fine. Let new players make their mistakes and learn from them without losing their will to live, was said, without being so frustrated. Yeah, so we finally got dryers, which is excellent. So I'm getting up some baskets for the wild food, yeah, for the raw food, and I'm gonna swap out those who are containing raw food now with the dried food. So yeah, so that's good. So with the dryers we also get people working on food processing, and in the end we will also learn, of course, the threshers. There'll also be some other issues with, for instance, Windows 11 that they have worked quite a bit on. Windows 11 seemed to not quite agree with the game, but I think it's under control ish. There are still a few that struggle. There is a lot of firewall issues, and Steam has been quite nasty lately. It's like when you try to click, for instance, to go to a different page on Steam, it comes up, oops, something went wrong, and then you just can't go in for 10 minutes. It's weird that they don't fix that. If the traffic is so high, they need to do something about it to avoid these errors. When I was upgrading my Steam guide, I had it all the time. So players could go and look at my guide long before it was finished. It was half finished with the new things I added, and I couldn't get in, but they could. I just kept getting errors. It was really frustrating. Yeah, not too far off now before I can get the threshers. That's good. So then we just need agriculture, and then farms. Ahoy! If you manage to get farms, you are basically saved. So a lot of people still do not quite understand the farm yield versus population need calculations. It is not easy. So here is basically how you calculate it. For hardcore, you have roughly 75% less than you have in beginners. So beginners will have between 200 and 250 max farm yield per beet, and especially wheat. Wheat tend to be very high, and so does beet. So if you go with beet and wheat, then you need to calculate roughly 1 farm per 200 food. If you have 100 people, then you will need 200 food per day to have a healthy population, and then you need to calculate this with the amount of days in your month, and then you calculate these with 12 months. Then you will get the total of what you need per year for current population. That's it. Expert will have between 150 and maybe 175 yield from max farm, while of course hardcore will have like 50 if we're lucky. We will get 50 per max out farm if we're lucky. So, yeah, it's supposed to be hard. If you want it easy, go beginners. Beginners is for people who needs to learn to play the game, and that's all there is to it. So yeah, I keep talking about the calorie per food because people say, well, I had 60 berries, but 60 berries is nothing, because even a child eats 4 units because the calorie count is so low. So if you're going to focus a bit on the calorie count, if you want people to have more calories for the food they are eating, you should focus on fish, meat, bread and cheese. These are the 4 really big calorie bombs. They will fill you up, and you will never see anyone eating more than max 1 unit. Not even the pregnant or the nursing ladies will eat more. So yeah, and then that's sorted. And berries have like 1/4 of the calories that for example a piece of raw meat has. So they will eat between 4 and 6 of the berries per meal. And of course they will very quickly be empty. So the berries are a snack. basically, just a snack. That's all there is to it. Right, so let's see now with these lovely wooden posts. I love them. I just wish we could keep them, even though we have too little miso influence. I'm going to see if I can convince the devs to give us wooden posts, even with lots of Neolithic influence taking over miso influence. I would love to have that, to be honest. Let's complete this fence. This will also keep the younger generation active with... Oh, that was a bit odd. Okay, that's weird. Let's see how that looks. It will keep the younger generation active with tasks, woodworking tasks, and teach them the skills. So this is something that quite a few players still do not get, especially the new ones though. Those who are seasoned, they know these things already. But you need to give tasks to your people in order to keep the knowledge alive and also to develop more skills. And logically, if you have knowledge you barely use, you will lose levels, as the people who have this knowledge don't work with it, and in the end they die and they take the knowledge with them. So keep that in mind. For instance, what I tend to lose in very late gaming Neolithic is hunting and fishing, because I go so far down on those when I have farms that not everyone can get skills because I don't have them active. So that is me on purpose doing that. However, there is a saving grace here, I almost said. People or migrants coming will always bring with them any lost knowledge sooner or later. It is often sooner than later, at least in my experience. So even if you are choosing to do the same as me and not hunt or fish too much in your end game, you will get it back even if you lose it. So that is not something I'm worried about at all. It's difficult to see the logic in that people suddenly don't know how to hunt and fish anymore after, you know, hundreds of thousands of years doing it. It's just weird, a little bit weird, but there is some logic in it as well, because if you do not keep up a skill, you will lose it. It's the same in the world today. If you don't have traditions... Oops. Yeah, that wasn't smart, Lilly. I forgot that if you block all entrance, they can't enter the temple. Okay, it will be rectified now when I take away these two. Yeah, see? Ta-da! I knew that, and still I put it down because I was babbling along and not paying attention. Yeah, 1.5 brain cells being very busy. Oh, dude. See, the gift of multitasking is supposed to belong to women, but you know, that's not true. That's not really true. Scientifically, it's not really true. It is a learned thing. You're not born with multitasking skills. Look it up. If you're going to argue, look it up. I'm not going to argue about it. I know how it is. I know how the human mind works. Let's just say that. See, so this one is 60, which is great. The posts, they do give speed when you are praying, if the temples are close enough, which they of course are. I think it's 20 meters they need to be within to get the effect. But the posts, they give so little speed that if you only have one, I'm not sure you're going to notice the difference. But when you have 50, you will notice the difference. But I think 50 posts will be more than 20 meters away, unless you're doing them one by one. Then you can just place 10 in a pile, and then next to the temple, and then you're good. Yeah. Am I lacking logs? Oh yeah, of course, duh, because I placed down 5 million posts and each take 4. Yeah, well, it's okay. Everyone has somewhere to sleep, so yeah, but they do like sitting by the fireplace in the evening or in the morning before work and after work to talk and to eat and to be with their family, basically. So fireplaces are important for more than sleeping. Yeah, I just hope that we will get to a point where we can use the fireplace for directly cooking, you know, to cook like I don't mean hot dogs, I don't mean sausages, but well, maybe sausages, but to spit whole pigs and stuff like that, to spit roast. Why is there a hole there? Did I not complete it? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't look right. No, it isn't. Okay, so there's something underneath that does not want to be built on. And I don't particularly like that. So let's try. No, it doesn't want to. It's taken. Doesn't matter what I do. Right. How about this one? No, I shouldn't work out. No, not working. Okay. Well, if the mountain won't come to Mohammed, then Mohammed will go to the mountain. I'm going to remove these fences and build them differently. Let me see. What else is there? I talked about the straw, didn't I? I did. Yeah, there were also some crash issues that has been be sorted with animals after animal husbandry was released, that they struggled a bit with, but they figured it out. So that is sorted. So you don't have issues now when you're either slaughtering animals or they are fleeing from you or whatever. So that is good. And of course there is the animation for kids that has been changed. It's so adorable. They jump up and down and they do various things. And also the adults, they stop and do things like they're taking some dust away from their thigh or something from the clothing. They're brushing their clothes. It's small change, but it's very adorable. So I quite like that. It fills out more and more, doesn't it? So more and more is added and it is being more and more filled. Yeah, so this is a game that demands basically that you are a patient player and wait for things to come. I was kind of hoping it would be more popular and have less bad reviews so that more people would try it out. And this is one of the clauses that the devs have said all along. Unless the game sells and they can actually live off it, then they can't do it. You know, they can't keep going because they can't work for free because they have families they need to feed, you know. And one of them already works besides doing the programming because they can't afford to both be working with this without any other income. So they are not doing this for the money. Just trust me on that. They are doing it for the dream they have about combining computer games with archaeology and history, and that's the birth of this great game. That is their dream, to put those two things together, and they have, slowly but surely. So I have no intentions of giving up on them. I will continue to help out wherever I can because I believe in them and I love this game. I love their dream. Their passion is also mine, and I know others of you people are also really liking the passion behind what they are doing, and that they are not thinking about money, they are following their dream. That is great for me. That is all I need, really. Let me see how we're doing. Yeah, still lacking some logs. Yeah, it will come. I'm not that worried. We have plenty of food. We have, yeah, look, we should really put some limits on soon, methinks. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, we are actually quite okay. So it seems that in comparison to Norway, 10 kbc, this is a breeze. This is a breeze. I was expecting it to be a lot harder, but then again, I don't have a big tribe. Let's see when my population is closing up to 80, how easy I will say it is then. I will probably have a lot of grey hairs by then, or at least I will get when we get to that point. Oh, it's really unforgivable, the environment. So yeah, let's see, now they are doing the fencing and stuff, yeah. So that's good. And we're adding stuff here. It's going to be pretty, very pretty. I'm going to add some pots and baskets as well there, because it's so nice. Yeah. Not too far off for that one. I need a bit more, almost an archaeology. I need some more architecture to get it. But it will come in the end. Let's complete this. Okay, one too many there. I'm going to take that one away. There you go. See, that's fine. So So nobody has died yet. I thought we had older people when we started. Maybe I remember wrong. That we didn't really have a lot of older people. I have seen some tribes start with 5 elderly, and one of them was 68. Like, dude, that is brutal. There's a lot of bad grades in my tribe. A lot of people with fitness reductions. A lot. Ah, yeah. We seem to be doing okay, and we don't care if we lose those with the worst grades. If they can't handle the heat, move out of the kitchen, basically. Harsh, but needed. It is what it is. Look at all the stones. Wonder if I should aim for a passage tomb. Can I do that? I think I need to first get the support structures up when we lose the meso wooden posts, so that the praying is quickly done. More quick. Reach the maximum they can reach, which is 60 on that one. Let's get a few of these. Yep, looks nice. Don't mind a pot here and a pot there. I might take them away later and get some lights instead. I don't know. I will see what I do. All that. Can do that. No, that's fine. That's fine. All fine and dandy. I should probably get down some more pits to divide the food, but I'm not too worried about that yet because tribe is fairly small. I think we got like 27, 28, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Right. So the population is not high enough for me to warrant building a ton of pits. I think we're okay with those that we do have, but I would like to start replacing some of the lesser straw huts with the big ones. So how much do they give? +5. I'll take that any day. So we can afford to place down one at least. Ta-da! Oh, did it just jump? Or was it my mouse? Oh gosh, I can't be honest. My OCD is gonna have a field day if that's not correctly placed. So one of them died during night, and the second one died during night. Okay then. So these needs to be basically repaired before you go to sleep in order to shine through the entire night. So we need to be a bit smart here. I am going to ask the devs to help me to get the repair needs lowered, because it's annoying how quickly they need repairs. So I'm going to get them to repair them closer to the evening so they last through the night. No, you're too soon. You're too oh good grief. Are they doing the same to these? Of course they are. Oh, of course they are. What? Didn't it just fix it? Yeah, there's something wrong with my torches. I'm just going to delete them. Something is wrong with these. So, yeah. It's because I haven't updated them correctly. I need the devs to help me out a little bit here. So I'm going to nag on them to help me fix the torches, and they will be ready by the time that this video is out. So that's sorted at least. How are we doing with this one? Come on, guys. I only have one log store. Oh yeah, I added more people, didn't I? So yeah. Whoa. That's Mr. Blinker going completely insane. Oh, he's so funny. I call him Mr. Blinker because he's been following us for 2 years. For as long as I've been testing for these guys, Mr. Blinker has followed me. He's my friend. Sometimes he's on speed. But when he works the way he's supposed to, then he is a great help for players to know when material is incoming, when tools are being made, because he will blink that we are currently lacking, but it's incoming, you know, so people know. It will pulsate. For instance, if a hunter lacks a tool, it will pulsate that it's being worked on. Someone is building tools, and we are waiting for tools. So, yeah. So the intention behind it is very good. But it doesn't quite like full speed. Let's just say that. It's the full speed that is an issue. Okay, so we have 29, and 16 of those are females. One is pregnant. We just got migrants, and they brought with them agriculture. So we got farms, and we also got hazel bows. Okay, this is going to be exciting. And I also got help with my torches, and I have also I've changed the constitution. You no longer need 3 fine sticks and 8 normal sticks. You need 1 fine stick and 4 normal sticks. And I increased the constitution to 800. Well done. So now it's going to take a lot longer before it needs repairs. And I've also uploaded it to the servers. So you guys, basically, when you are starting your games now and build torches, you will find that the constitution is 800 and no longer 200. So I just hope I haven't worked up anything now with changing the sticks and stuff, or the amounts, but we will soon find out. We shall soon find out if I've messed up my own mod. So let's just wait and see. It's exciting. So I'm kind of glad I took away the 3 fine sticks. Fine sticks are precious. Okay, now let's see how long they last. They better last through the night. You're saying they better last through the night. Plus. They should last 4 times longer. I changed it even more. I took away 800 constitution and put it to 400 instead. But I changed the constitution ready from 1 to 0.01. This means basically it should be burning for days. We shall find out. Did we get storehouses? Was that what I saw? We did. God. Oh, good. Oh, they're still going. I think we actually bloody well did it. So this means they could last for days. Yes. I wonder if I can figure out how to make them never need fuel. Or is that too much cheat? Maybe there's a little bit too much cheating there. I'll see how this goes. Okay, this was the test one, and it's still going. Look, it's down to 250 and it still doesn't need repairs. Oh my god. What if I've done now so that it would only need repairs when there's nothing left of it, you know? When it's fine stick 0 and stick 0. I have to rebuild it over and over again. Oh my god. Well, you win some, you lose some. I can fiddle with that. Make it work. But for now we have a torch that would last a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I took away one, didn't I? Duh. And this one needs... No, this one needs repaired, that's why. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see how far gone this one is. Oh. How much has gone off? 2 or 4. Yeah, it's still okay. It's still okay, isn't it? Maybe when it's 1 or 4 and you go with 3 sticks. I'm okay with that after several days. I mean, it's better than it was. Because it was like, it was needing to be repaired 2 or 3 times a day. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, did I remember to put the limits on everything here? I did. Good. I should put limits on those as well. The pines, they are way too many. I'm going to put those to 50. I'm going to do the same with these. And also these. Because now we have farms, so we do not need a million wild foods. It's still going. Oh my goodness. I have broken my torch. It's going forever. Forever and ever. What are you doing? You're chilling out? Okay, sure. Oh yeah, you don't like the pelt house. Sure. Okay, but everyone has a place to sleep, so I'm not worried. I don't have the work hours increased, do I? No. Oh, look how old she is now. Oh, she's gonna die. She's gonna die soon. She will be the second old one that has died. Oh, dude. If I need to replace the fine stick as well, I'll be annoyed. Say 1 stick per day? Yeah, I'm quite okay with that. Oh, there she went. Thank you for your years. Oh, thank goodness. He wasn't really a lot better. He's got so many bad grades. Oh, my word. Indecisive leader. Not sure that's so good. Look at the torch. It's still going. It's still going strong. Well, to be honest, I prefer it like this compared to what it used to be, because it was annoying having to repair it 4 times a day. I never exaggerate, by the way. No exaggeration at all. Oh. It's going really low. Look, 83 out of 400. I need to keep an eye on this. I really need to keep an eye on this to see how it goes. Oh, no more sticks. Please need repairs. I don't want to use fine sticks for this. Please, please, please. It has no sticks, but it's still burning. There's a certain lack of logic here. Crikey. Well, if it forever burns like this, sure. Is this day 5 or something? 4 or 5? I think I've balked my torch. Okay, I'm a little worried now. I want it to need repairs. I don't want to lose the fine stick. I need to keep an eye on it. I just need to keep an eye on it. I'm going to start with the farms during next year. I'm not too worried because we have so much food we need to eat up. They don't particularly like the pine nuts though, I have to say. It doesn't look like the fine stick is decaying. So does that mean it will burn till it reaches 0 and then fill it up with sticks again? We shall find out. Yeah, I don't mind them burning forever. I don't mind that at all. Let's see. 22, 26, 29, 32. So I have for 32. So as soon as one more baby is born, I'm going to need to build. Yeah, I'm going to replace the huts. Don't you worry. You're not exploited. Bubbles. Bubbles and Squeak. You're not special. Well, maybe a little special. It doesn't want to go lower. I think I'm going to ask for help to fix it so that they do need repairs after like 4 days or so. Can't have it burning forever. That's not logic. But for now, I'm happy leaving it as it is. And we'll look at these, see if they are just as low. There we go. One more. They're not going lower. They're staying like this forever. I've done it now, haven't I? Now I've done it. I created an eternal torch. So should I change it? Yay or nay? Should I make it so that it needs repairs? I don't know. I think I'll leave it as it is for now. I have uploaded it so everyone will notice that it doesn't need repairs. And there's probably going to be a post on the forum, hey, the torch is broken, it never needs repairs. And I'm just going to go, shh. Quiet, child. Shush. And then I'm going to say, you're welcome. No, it's stuck on 79. Yeah, no, I'll fix it later. I want to just leave it as it is while I'm doing this playthrough. I'm going to take that one away because that was just a test. Right, we are going to start working on the farms. So what I'm going to do is what I normally always do, that I let tribe clear initially. And then, ta-da, I give them 2 farmers. So what I'm going to do first actually is to create pits for the produce, and we are too late for any of the produce now, I think. So I'm going to get these done. Then I'm going to harvest what I can and plant what I can. Let me see. You and you are going to gather these, and I'm going to do 6 of you. Okay, so we won't get wheat. However, I'm going to steal the wheat I need. Just saying. I'm going to steal that as well. So 2 of you are going to go steal that. We don't need a ton to start. And 2 of you are going to go and steal that. Off you go. Then we just need, in theory, to get beets and peas from the wild. See? Oh boy, threshers, there you go. Shoo. Almost forgot to build threshers. That's not a good idea. There you go. Also, what is a good idea with the raiding and all the trading is you can trade for things that you can't make. Yeah? So for instance, we can't make can make those. Do we have anything we got like sticks? No, like stone sickles, or can we make everything here? Also a bit sad. Look at these. They would like well, pity we don't need ropes anymore. Basically, we don't need anything that they have. But I have seen that they sometimes change their wares. I'm going to send 4 off to steal. Then we don't have to waste our rope on it. We're going to steal theirs. Because that's how we roll when we're evil. How are you doing? Still on 79? Yes, sure. Shush. Quiet, everyone. No talking. See, yeah, 31. Yeah. I'm going to replace all these here anyway, so. How many? Oh, you have 2, you have 2. Do 1 at a time. So the nuts and these that are too many, I like to give to my livestock. No. Ta-da, ta-da. Things that my tribe doesn't like to eat, I will give to the animals. I think that's a good idea. You have the option to give bread to your animals. And I'm like, what in the actual F? Who would do that? Not me. Right, do we have any at all? No. Okay, we can get beets. So I'm just gonna do this. Go get beets. Go. You go get beets too. All of you go get beets. I'll remove this for now. There are not many beets, you can tell, because the group instantly went away because they're probably over in Timbuktu. Okay then, never mind. Okay. Let's start gathering some more mud as well for the ovens, because that will come. No, you're good. You're the one with limits. Yeah, there's none. Okay, so there's no one of those. Right, then we just need to prepare for wheat and for you can go there, for flax. Yeah, they didn't like that at all, did they? What did I have in this one? It was just stones, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's get down to what's that? 2. Ta-da. So let's just start in the small. But you know, as we get more people, we're going to need more of the straw to keep up with the roundhouses and stuff. So I'm going to create a ton of wheat farms. The max is 64 wheat farms that you can build. And I have it in one of my testing tribes that I've played for 36 years or so. And 24 of those 64 are wheat only, to try to keep up with the straw demands. It's not easy. Even on beginners, it's really difficult to keep 500 people alive. That is well below above, not below, well above the soft cap. So it's me just pushing limits. It's not something we should aim to do really, but it's just what I like to do. I don't like to conform too much. I like to do my own things. So our lovely everlasting torches. Sure, I don't mind. We are going to lose the wooden post. Let's have a look at the culture. What's it look like? Okay, we need 30 to keep wooden posts. So we basically, and you know, the men here that we need to replace the wooden posts with, these, they need, oh, they have changed it. They've changed it to 35 instead of 60 like it used to be. Look at that, 14, yay. So they can be X'd out. Okay then. We're not going to steal more from these people, so I'm Xing them out. Oh, I'm going to take away that one. As soon as I built one more, people will have less reason to moan. They'll be fine on beginners and expert with a nice mix of housing, but on hardcore they only want better. Can we see the roundhouse? We can. But this one is still 5, but as soon as we can see the longhouse, that one is going to go to like a minus something. And only this one will have a plus because it's already plus 18 on appeasement. This one is plus 30 on appeasement. Minus 20 for those, yeah. And these are minus 7. So it's not a big amount of unrest they create or happiness they remove. Oh, you have? What have you done? Looks like leather works. Oh. No. Not really. Oh, it's done one of them. It's all good. It's all good. Just get this one up. Let's get our arms going. Right. Look at the torches. Still going. Still staying. Oh, it's 77 now. Right. Oh, so they're not lasting forever. Well, it only takes a year for them to burn out. I don't mind at all. Someone a bit higher up might butt into that because it's not very logic. I'll see how long I can get away with it. So mean. So non-conforming to logic. Okay, how are we doing with my farms? Okay, so you should just have started with your tilling and your planting. You have a bit to go yet before you start. Let's see. How are you doing? Oh, you're coming back home, okay? Xing you out, because when you're done, then we are not going to raid those again. Come on, come on, come on. We need some seeds. So it knows that seeds is incoming, so it's not reporting that it's lacking seed. Makes sense. Ish. Yeah, that means I can, in theory, take you down. I really should start making pens for my animals as well. I'll first make a farmer group. Take care of these. I'm going to use 4 on each because we are on slope. So that basically means that we have the time we need, more or less, to get farms done. And you're going to do this one. There you go. So then that is no longer into tribe responsibility. That means that we can start using some of the tribe to build a... Oh gosh, it's so dark. What happened to the light that used to show in the night? Like moonlight and stuff. It's all gone. All gone. Okay, so I'm going to use proper fencing for this. For my animals. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Oh, I'm going to take a lot of people away now, aren't I? Oh, that wasn't so smart. Should have used these. Quack. It's one thing to do it with the cheap and, you know, cheap and quick fencing, but these take a lot longer, so I need to make sure that I don't steal the entire workforce of the tribe to get them done. Don't mind the odd ones being done by tribe, but most of them should be done by a group, really, when there's so many. Why can't I do you? Or you? Yeah, that's fine. The rest can get away. Actually, I'll see if I can do you. Why can't I do you? That's just weird. Right, so the majority of them will have to do the fencing. Oh, they've come with the seeds now for both wheat and for flax, so that's good. Why are you guys only 3? Where's your last one? Oh, you were late. Okay, you probably, that was the guy who was delivering some grass, wasn't it? Cropping grass, yeah. Yeah, get the tilling and everything done. Look at that. Look how efficient they are. They are tilling and plantings. Yes. So good, so good. Let me see. So, we also do need to create overflow storages for when my storages are needing repairs. So I'm just going to basically place them right behind the others. Lock them down, but place priority down so that they are not the first ones to be filled. I want them to be the second ones to be filled, so I'm going to put priority on this one when they're done building. And everything else that I have afterwards of storage options will be neutral storage, neutral priority, meaning this one. Basically 0, so that's +2 and that's -2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however you want to count it. However you calculate it is fine. As long as you know what you're doing, it's all good. We don't have to agree on how it's calculated, as long as we do the same thing. Words mean nothing in this case. Let's see. Okay, so there's only a few that is not under group responsibility. So I'm also going to basically remake, almost said. I'm gonna place down the other 2 as well, but I'm gonna pause them until we actually have enough to do anything about them. Okay, so this is over a piece of stone, which I don't necessarily love, but it's fine. Okay, so let's create some gates so people can go in and out. And I'm just going to do these 2, and then I'm going to wait a bit till only group has any tasks with the fencing, and then I'm going to let tribe do the cheap fencing, because that is quick and it's got few materials, and yeah, it's done in a swoosh. Yeah, so this is good, very good. Okay, let's get some speed. Can't believe they're still going. This is great. This is great. I borked my torch, but I'm actually quite happy I did. Okay, so let's make sure we do these correct. So you're going to be there and you're going to be wheat. There you go. You are going to be flax. You are going to be peas or pulses. You, of course, are going to be beets. There you go. So these are now priority 1 + 1 or 3 or whatever you like. These are maxed out. Yeah. Okay, so then that is sorted, isn't it? So now we got farms, and until we get the farms up and running, we need to rely on wild produce, which we are doing well with. I don't care what the apple says. We are not running out of food. We are limiting it to not waste. The huge difference, Bubble. Huge difference. So the reason why we need to do these fencing of the animal food as well is because wild herbivores and stuff will come and eat it unless you do. So there. Okay. I don't mind having these on that for now, but if they keep filling them up all the time, which they probably will, I'm just going to put them on neutral and then keep an eye on them and basically lock them or put it on high priority if they need to be repaired, the other ones. It's a bit of a hassle actually to do this, but it is what we've got to work with. So as soon as I have some people free, I'm going to gather some reed and get some storehouses going for beets, at least for beets. They're the ones who thrive the least in lesser storage facilities. And when you have many farms, it's going to take 1 million storage clay containers to house everything, because they can only take 100 kilos, but they are the best. So you could probably make a few, but in general I use storehouses due to that they can take such a high volume of food. And to be honest, if you play it more stingy, you know, on hardcore, you shouldn't have 1 million ton of food in camp anyway. Of course, the stock, or the prey, I almost said, the crops not counted, but wild produce should never be in high amounts when you have farms. It should be snack only. Or emergencies. I often put hunters or fishermen at least on pause for at least a year to let all the rivers that I'm with restock. I'm only on one now though. Yeah, that's fine. So that is a good idea to do, to let the fish replenish. Never a bad idea. Because we are planning on staying here, aren't we? It's not that we're going to start migrating now. Now we've built this. Now we've built this, we need to stay. So how long can I keep these now? Let me see. Atlantic, they only need 20. They've lowered that as well from 30. It used to need 30. So they're both needing 30. So the wiggle room is quite a bit larger than it used to be. Which I of course don't mind. I just hope that the Mesolithic couples continue to have babies with Mesolithic influence, so that we can keep Meso in the tribe for longer. So we have less than a unit of beet and less than a unit of peas. Fine. So we are going to ask them to get some more. You guys are not going to do that anymore. Can we do ovens? No, not yet. But it will come. I'm not worried. It will come. So showing red, like we're starving. Okay then. We haven't had any babies for a while, have we? And we've lost 2 old ones. One of them was the tribe leader, and then one other one. What is his fitness now? It's 130. It's not like bad, but it's not like good either. Because he has already placed a lot of restrictions, hasn't he? Not that I ever use rationing. I mean, that is such a trap to fall into. You think, oh, 1 notch won't do anything, but if you have it long term, you're basically killing off your future workforce. So it's only for very short term solutions. Emergency. Okay, so these pits are doing the job. Nobody's standing for hours in front of them dying from starvation because they have to stand in line for such a long time. That's fine. I think I need to increase my straw gatherers a little bit. I'm going to take away some of you guys. You don't need 6. What are you? You don't need 6 either. You can take your time to build the wall, because we don't have any farm animals yet. They will come though. We are in the right timeline. We just need to be patient. So fish is up to 4 and hunters up to 4 for now, because of the winter, so little food out. You can stay on 250, that is fine. You can keep up with that. Yes. You don't need to do that. Just stick to helping out with sticks and straw. I'm gonna give them a few more tasks, support tasks. Well, I don't need to put a limit on that one. I might not have to put a limit on this one either, but I'm just going to do it just in case. rose hips should thrive a lot in Spain, but somehow Spain doesn't really win on the rose hips. Not lately, at least, with some temperature changes. So we still have plenty of graves. We should probably build a nicer graveyard as well with stone graves, I think. Okay, so now we can, in theory, get down the cheaper fences. Let's just build one half at a time, because each section do take away a worker. But you see, it's like it's done in a swoosh in comparison in comparison to the stone fences. Right, just gonna do some fast forwarding here. Let the tribe work a bit on their own, not bother them anymore. Oh, I'm losing old people. That's fine, that's fine. At least we had one baby. Okay, so adding the last section of the fence as well. Is that stone in the way? I'll see if I need to change it. Oh, get out! Get out! I bet you're having a party there, aren't you? All on your own. Chomping on all my crops. Migrants. You got some nice traits there and some increase in stoneworking. Won't say no to that. Oh, I'm going to add another of these, and then I'm going to take away the last small straw hut, because their day are counted. Their days are done. You ta-da. Are we doing here? Yeah, getting there. Still don't have any animals though. See, so we need wormer groups. So we do have the groups. We can make them. We just don't have any migrants that brought any animals yet. But they will. I'm not worried. Yeah. Well, this is so nice. See, the pig likes it too. It is the boar, not a pig. The boar likes it too. See how far down my... I can't believe they're still going. 68! I think I'm going to leave them like this. I don't really want to take them away or increase repairs, because this is great, isn't it? It's lovely. Very nice. That one is still 5. So we need architecture and a bit more Neolithic influence to get that one. Okay. That's fine. Oh, we can see that one now. Templeman here. The big one. The big boy. Sure. So then we just like the passage tomb here. And no, passage tomb here. And the Trilly here. Actually, this one is going to go away, I think, before we get the passage tomb. I fear. I don't remember what you need for a passage tomb. Is it 80 or 70? Because if it is 70, we could get away with it. We could get a passage tomb and have wooden posts at the same time. What are you lacking? Sticks. No, that's not you. What's wrong with you guys? Why are you not gathering sticks? Oh, I know why you're not gathering sticks. Because you are. But these fences are eating them up. I knew that. Till I forgot that. And then I remembered that. Oh, oops, look at all the logs. Chill on the logs. I'm gonna make a few more log stores. Let me see, where's the other one? I don't remember where the other one is. Okay, we can have these two. Which also takes sticks. Think before you act, Lily. Is it really that hard? Yes, yes it is. It is. Oh, another one died. Seriously. Stop dying. So now we're down to... Oh yeah, we got a migrant, didn't we? So we're staying 30. So the migrants are quite a bit younger when they come. So, which is always a good thing, so that we don't have so many old people compared to the births. Let me see. One. Yeah, you need to get more of those. I think I'll add one more person there and remove 2 of you. Yeah, you're support group, aren't you? Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Yep. So the flax is being harvested. So I'm just going to open these and put them on neutral. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. If these need repair, or when these need repairs, I'm going to keep an eye on them, and then I'm going to lock these because they're going to carry them straight over. Because they are closer, aren't they? I hope. I'm probably going to add the priority max on those afterwards as well, to make sure that they get there. It's so quickly done to forget to lock down enough seeds, and suddenly you stand there with not enough food the next year because you forgot to do the seeds properly. I do that all the time. I will probably never learn. I mean, I've been playing this game enough to learn, but I still make these mistakes. Look how pretty it is. Quite flat in some areas of Spain. I wonder if I can make something here. Like I want to make a tiger with using the new artistic tool we've got. With crops like this, you can see we can shape it the way we want, and it doesn't fill anything except that line that you are doing. So that could be interesting to see if I can manage. Probably not a good idea to do it on hardcore though. Well, maybe later. Maybe. Okay, so. Okay. Oh, I need to chill on my fishermen. My hunters, I'm going to let them keep going because there was an animal here that is probably going to be locked in unless it runs out. Ooh, small finches. Oh, she died. What does she take with her? Nothing. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so then we will have 1 free grave. We have 11 elderly. Ooh. So which one of these are not working? You're not working. You're 67, 69. Okay, so we need to get a few more of these graves. I'm going to do the easy ones. That's a bit odd. Can I build it like that? I wonder. No. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll do the stone things later. Doesn't run away. So I'm probably going to take down these pelt huts and erect them further away as emergency huts. Because now I have one that is under the construction and one that needs repairs. So you can see we are lacking sleeping spots for a few of the members, and they will not tolerate anymore to sleep out by the fireplace. Yeah, so you can see that their unhappiness is quite high already. 21. Let's get that done quickly. I wonder if I need to pause this one. I think I do, because this one is going to take quite a bit of straw now. Yeah, almost 100, so I'm going to wait till that one is done. Yep. Okay, I can't see the sheep anymore, or the goat. They probably ran away. I just hope it doesn't come back before these are out. So the, oh, what's that? That's lacking. Or do I have a double gate? I don't remember doing a double gate. No, I didn't. So the fusion point, the connection point of some of the types of fences you place down, or the way you place them down, can cause the connection point to be delayed if you remove the third connection point. So be aware of that when you're building fences, that if you add a third point and then remove any of the points afterwards, you will need a day or so before it is fused together. So you need to ready your hunters to basically kill whatever's trying to get into the crops. Then at least that's what I do. So what do we have? We have 2 of those and still only 1 of those. Okay, that's because they are not ready to be harvested yet. Right, so I'm going to open this one up for beets, and I'm going to let tribe clear it, and then I'm going to let a farmer group take over. So you're going to do beets, but not yet. And you, of course, then will be peas, and also not yet. Ta-da! You know, trying to migrate with a huge tribe in hardcore is, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I have no words for what kind of nightmare that is. I mean, you know, with the collateral effect on the rest of the family members when one of their family members leave the tribe in hardcore is a nightmare. Seriously, if one leaves and the other ones have even slightly high will, they're all gone, completely gone. So yeah, avoiding combinations of unrest in hardcore is an absolute must. Absolute must. So only migrate if you really have to. If you're basically dying where you are and have cocked up everything you do, then you can go, but you will lose people. I guarantee you, you will lose people. Okay. Why are you guys not being repaired? What is going on? Is there anything blocking you? None. Why are you not repaired? Do you not like that stone? Is that the problem? There was a guy who said he had issues with people not completing the last point of the fences. Now let's see if this is it. If this is it, then I'm just going to make a report and send it into the devs so they can see for themselves. Because this is the first time I've seen that they've been either so slow or refused to complete a fence. So you see, nobody's even coming here to do it. Oh, never mind. We're good. Never mind. It was just slow. Okay, so still that one. So these are the pine trees. Yeah. And you have pine cones, pine nuts that you can take from that. I didn't know that they were so nutritious that like they are. So it's good for everyone, but of course, tribe does not like it in the slightest, do they? Not at all. Right. We should probably consider putting down a few more threshers of each. At least one more for wheat, but I'm going to do 2 while I'm at it. Because we have plenty leather and we have plenty logs, isn't it? Logs and leather they need. Oh, and sticks. Damn. Them sticks. Yeah, I gave you guys 3. You're good. You're good. Okay, so we get... Yeah, we have more graves here. Yeah, that's fine. Looks good. Is that one completed now? Yeah, good, good. So that one is done. And there's a... Yeah, that is excellent. So basically, we're going to need... place down food options for the animals. For now, we're going to pause it because we don't have any animals yet. But if they come at winter time, you need to be really quick on getting up stuff for them. Oh, the fence is not straight. Oh god, that's going to do my head in. Oh. So the 3 types of food that I actually like to feed my animals is pine nuts, it's roots, and also hazelnuts if we have a lack of straw. Oh, nice. Okay, so how much do we have? 195. And this one is going to need repair soon, so I'm going to wait a bit. And this one too. I think I'm going to up the amounts they're coming home with to 600. Oh, not 60, that won't cut it. Yeah, it needs to be done. I also want to get rid of these trees. So I really rarely use the clear task, the clear one, the clearing zone thingy. It's not necessary. If you do your groups right, you so rarely need to use it. But the thing is with lumberjacks is that they won't take what you want them to take. They will take whatever they want to take. You can, however, adjust them in the group though to take either small or big ones, and they also will not chop down anything that is closer than 30-ish meter to your camp or to the focus point of your camp. So they might never take the really close ones, which I don't mind because I find it cozy with at least some trees around. So I don't mind that at all. But I don't want these, I think. I want these to be gone. So we have so much stones, but that's good. We need a lot of stone because we're going to make a stone circle when we get enough to build these lovely menhirs. There you go. So how are we doing now? These should be coming in season, yeah. So we still have only 2 of those. You guys are busy. I'm not gonna. You 2 can help out and chill on the stones. The stones is luxury at the moment. So this one is actually ready to be taken over by the farmers. Well, this one is still being cleared by tribe. Yeah. This one is nice though. I'm gonna have them leave this one. But is it within 30 meters of the camp? I wonder, because that will be cut, won't it? We shall find out. What is that? Oh, shoot! I forgot to make storage areas for the wheat and the flax. Duh. That's probably enough for now. We're gonna have a lot more wheat than we have flax, that's for sure. But not like insane amounts of flax under any circumstance, even if we don't have a lot of wheat. It should be, for me at least, for the way I play, I need a lot more wheat than I need anything else. Did I see a mushroom? There's a mushroom here, guys. Look, a mushroom. Come on, guys, go get the mushroom. Do it. Surely one of you is going to do it. It's going to get the mushroom. Oh, now you can create mills and ovens. Oh, this also means that we will get high calorie foods, which of course we're going to do. It goes without saying. I just need to find an area where it's suitable to place the factory down. Sure, I can do this. And then doing the ovens as well. But one at a time, and only when I have enough mud in the camp. And this one is going to be on pause until I'm ready for it. So where are you? You guys are going to do 250? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. How are you guys doing on this one? Bit slow, aren't you? Okay, so the wheat is in. So you see the amount of wheat we got. Pathetic. Pathetic on hardcore. You barely get anything. It's ridiculous. And you also need 2 sheaves to get 1 grain. So it's... Oh, dude, it's so punishing. So I'm gonna try to get to... If I can get to 100 population, I will be so happy. It's so difficult and slow. Considering they're eating 6 meals per month instead of just 1, it makes it 3 times harder. Oh, we can make bifaces finally. Yeah, that only took us to almost flipping Iron Age before we could do it. Seriously. Okay, so you... am I going to make bows or steel bows? What do you got? I think I'll steel bows. But we do need a few of those. Yep. So let's go do some stealing. We shall steal yours. I just hope I get enough people. So it's not a lot of population you will get on hardcore. It is quite reduced. Almost as much as the food. Oh, what are you lacking? Why does it do that? Oh yeah, I see. Now I see. Someone is in need of repairs. And again, I have to wait with this one because these of course need repairs. That one is going to go next. Okay. Okay. So this one needs to be put on pause until... Is this one filled? Almost, yeah. So, yeah, we can leave it at that. I'll just wait till an oven is ready as well. So the because the flour has a quite high decay rate. I don't want it to decay away because, yeah, it's such a waste. Considering that 1 flour takes 2 grain, and that means that 2 grains gives 10 bread. So wasting this is kind of sacrilegious. Aren't these needing repair a little bit too quick? Oh, there's so much I haven't gone over testing with all the new changes. I see I need to do it and then moan to the devs that they need to chill on the bleeding repairs. Ridiculous. We just flipping built them, didn't we? It's like 4 sleeps ago. I'm probably exaggerating here. I'm going to wait with moaning until I actually have the correct amount of days between the repairs needed. Okay, so you guys can take those. We don't really need you two yet, so I'm going to put you on pause to not waste all the sticks that will be needed for the repair of the fence, because it's not far off now till we're going to start planting again. Okay, so we have a pulse. Congrats. Yep, that's going to feed 30. Or not. Do we lose more people? No, she's been dead a while. She's almost decomposed. But we are going to... Oh gosh, 15 elderly. Oh, half the tribe is on crutches. Are you serious? Is nobody going to pluck that flipping mushroom? Guys, what is this? We don't like mushrooms. How about that then? Let's see if we can get the flipping mushroom then. Are they going to winch? Are they going to so winch? But they don't have any other unrest combo. Oh, 34! Oh, that's great. That's just great. I'll take those. Oh, dude. That's not often you get that many weapons when you go raiding. I guess it helps to leave them alone a bit before you pound them again. Let's see, 53. Why are you guys so slow? Do I have tons of tasks? Oh, look at him. He smacked them right back down when I tried to put it up. Yeah, now he's getting really old. And he has this bad trait as well, or the grade. That's not really good, is it? Yeah. Ah, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna let things go a bit. The tribe do a bit of skipping forward. Okie dokie. Let me see. Are we finally on top? No, we're still not on top of those stupid fences. Come on, guys, get some sticks. Sticks and stones will assumably kick my ass. Let me see. What do we have? Oh, where are the animals? Why are no animals? Because it's hardcore, Lily. You'll get 1 goat in 10 years and be happy about it. So hard, so hard. I mean, if we'd been beginners, we would have 50 cows already. What is this? This shows I haven't really tested out hardcore. I haven't tested out hardcore in weeks. Crikey. Ah, yeah. This is as new for me as it is for you guys, it seems. I'm sure I got plenty of surprises incoming as well. The population growth is low, and I must admit I actually quite prefer that above anything explosive, especially on hardcore, because it's so difficult to keep up the food demands. Everything is just difficult, but so fun. Let me see. I would like that they go repair them when they start to dip like that, instead of waiting a lot longer. It kind of takes away the beauty. Well, it's kind of cool a bit with the wear and tear as well, but yeah. Oh, we haven't had any people die for a long time, so now we have 18 elderly. There's a bit of a lack of balance here, but hopefully the migrants will even that out. So you guys better not be sleeping in these. Why are you sleeping in these? I have 1, 2, How many of those do I have? Let's see. 6 times 5. What is 6 times 5? That's 30, right? And I have 34 population. Okay, so that's why you guys are sleeping them. Okay, I take back the yelling. There's a reason you're sleeping in them, because there's lacking a few spots. Which one is this? Oh, this, I can't forget this one. It's my piece. There you go. Okay, so we only had 2 for this, but it covered quite a few cells, so we are going to get some extra beets in the harvest, and then we will be able to plant everything. Everything. Is this 10? It looks smaller than the others, doesn't it? Oh, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. No, it's 10. It's 10. It is what it should be. 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah. It just looks slimmer than the other one. Don't you think? That one looks broader. I'm being tricked by some kind of optical illusion here. Not hard to trick. Stop showing the apple. We have plenty of food. Dang it. Oh, we got a new leader. Oh, ta! Exactly what the Lilly ordered. So now he will take a spot here. He should really... I wish there was... someone suggested it previously, that we should have special graves for leaders and people of high status in the tribe. I hope we get that when we get medicine men shamans, so we can choose to have extra nice graves for tribe leaders and for shamans and, you know, priests and whatnot, if we ever get that, of course. Okay, so now these are up to date. So I'm going to sneeze and then they will all need repairs again. How are we doing with these? They still don't need repair. I don't feel bad. We're good. We're good. We're good. It is updated, by the way, on the server. So if you guys play now as well, your torches will be exactly the same. I just hope that nobody mentions it on any of the forums. Please don't do that. Did you bury him? Yeah? Yeah, that's our previous leader. Yeah, good. He was 75. That's a good age. Or is that him? I don't remember. But 75 is a good age. The highest I've had is 78. And more commonly 76. But 72 I think is roughly average still. Yeah. Okay, so 2 died in a row. So now we have 32. There will be more, because obviously we have so many old people. So we don't need to stress with building a ton more housing. Ooh, did you learn more weaving? You did. 50. What do we have? 50. Thank you. Very good. We won't be needing more farms at the moment. Oh, look at that. Oh yes, because there was a stone in the way, so I had to be a little bit... so I stopped them from getting more stones. And I guess I can take them back now. Like that, but you don't need to be a million people doing it. You guys don't need to support them anymore. Focus on that, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. This is fine. Do we have 250? We do have 250. Ta-da! Let's build an oven. And then I'm going to open up this one, and I need to place down a basket for the flour. We can't put flour in anything but baskets, so it is what it is. And of course we're going to make a basket later as well for bread. Yep. No, that's not enough. We only had 2, so do what you can with what you've got. So they are still not taking less than 1 unit to the seed, and I am still miffed about that. Because 1 seed covers roughly 20 cells. So we are losing so many cells that will produce a lot because they refuse to take half a seed or less than a full unit of seed from the storages. I don't remember what the reason was, but it was something I didn't understand, some coding thing. Yeah. I just hope that they manage to sort it somehow in the future. When you are starting and you have very little crop to start with, you normally have little, no matter what difficulty it is actually. And you need to start doing it just as soon as you get 1 seed, because then you can cover like 10 cells, 20 cells perhaps, if you're not wasting any seeds. Oh, okay, oven is done. That means this one can be opened. Yeah. Excellent. What are you guys doing? Running back and forth like that. 75. Getting there. Did I not have a storage area for the weapons? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them to it. So the hotfixes, and of course after release, there hasn't really been any huge amount of changes as such. It has mostly been the fixes and the devs trying to sort the AMD issues, because there were so many people who had an issue with that. So it's not a lot that has changed as such. It's smaller things that don't necessarily it shows that well, but the beginners level, like I said earlier, has been made even easier. So they have even more food, people are less angry, and they accept more for longer. I tried to make people leave in beginners, and I couldn't get anyone to leave in 5 years. Nobody wanted to leave, no matter what I did. They didn't do it at the fireplace, they didn't get a hut. The only thing I gave them was food, and they still didn't leave. So all new players, all you need to do, if you are watching this video, all you need to do is give people food. They will sleep in the open. They will not leave you. I mean it can't be any easier than that. But of course you need to know how to get the food, of course. So you need to read the tutorial. You need to watch some tutorial videos and whatnot. Read some guides. Still don't have any animals. Oh, 17 elderly. Oh my goodness, these are going to be filled soon. Prancer. Time to chill on these. These can be opened now, so people can eat whatever's left. These are fresh, so they're staying, and this one can be opened. Because it's halfway rotted, isn't it? So it's not going to last. This is fine. I'll just leave that one. Nobody likes those, so unless we get animals, they will never really be eaten up. Unless we sail into a fabulous famine, which could easily happen, by the way. Is that a blackberry bush coming up? Maybe it is. Maybe is it sips? They are very similar. So we got a bit of beets that we can reseed for next planting season, so I'm quite happy about that. Gosh, from a distance that piece of that log looked like a dog sitting with his back to us. God, Paleodalia, is that what it's called when you see things that is not really there? The brains need to make sense of absolutely everything it sees. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm going to get another of these huts down. Oh, you figured out lumber mills and wooden trails by yourself. Nice. Okay, so now they're going to start dying one by one. Of the elder. How old are you? 69. You're going soon. You're 71. You're definitely going soon. Okay, so the others are not so old that they can't work anymore. That's quite all right. So there's another 2 that we go shortly. And he died in his sleep. He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So he will be buried in the morning. So that's good. You don't work too much. Stop whining. You're good. I never see anyone pray. So because they're fairly happy all the time. We don't really have a lot of unhappy faces, do we? We shouldn't have any, really, except those who think they are overworked when they're not. So if you have unhappy faces, you will see the pray appeasement. But if you don't have any unhappy faces, you have no way of knowing. There's just no way of telling. Oh, there you have one. Overworked. But he has not prayed. So this can be prayed away, except the physical impact, which he shouldn't have, because I have regular work hours, the default ones. So he shouldn't take any damage, but of course he doesn't want to work like that. He's a difficult man. It's weird, conflicted to say the least. Yeah, 2 elder gentlemen. Oh, and these need repair again. Are you serious? Didn't we just repair them? We are all slow. What is this? Oh, dude. I don't think I've moaned as much ever as I've done in this video, because I haven't played in such a long time, so I haven't moaned to the devs to change stuff that I don't like. So I'm doing moaning here instead when I realize, hey, this is not the way I want it. This isn't the way it used to be. Oh, dude. Let me see. Yeah, flax. Wheat is lovely incoming. So now we need these. Yeah, we got quite a few of the peas as well. I can see that. This is not bad at all for hardcore. I've gone years without getting any seed for crops. But now, of course, we have raiding, so I am actually going to be a bit naughty. Oh, hello. Still no animals. But she has increased skill in leatherworking, so I'll take her. So I want to be a bit naughty. Now I'm not going to raid. I'm going to actually try to trade. See, who was it that wanted fur? Let me see if I can find them. Maybe they've changed what they wanted. They don't want fur anymore. No, there you go. They got. Well, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh my god. I'm so used to raiding. I'm going to send one over and let her take with her a few raw hide. Yeah, she's just going to pick up the goods and then see if I can get some ropes. What was the exchange rate? Where did it go? Is it this one? Yeah. They are the same, roughly the same, aren't they? Yeah. Sure, let's see what else is out there. Maybe trade. No, I don't have flint spears. You can't have flint spears. Let's see. Have mine rotted away already? They have, haven't they? Yeah, because it's been years. It's like 2 left and they are going. But they want dried fish and I only have 14. I really don't want to trade away my food, to be honest. Bone knife. Maybe I could trade a few of these. Let's do 2 and 2. So how many bone knives will she take with her? Now that's going to be interesting to see. But the thing is, now that we are trading with these, really? You're bringing a berry with you? No, it's probably in the inventory. She was probably picking berries and went directly to do trading. Storing it. Oh my word. I was thinking, dude, what is that? Who are you going to bribe with that berry? Ah, gosh. Yeah. It's quite a long way to Prairie. Definitely. Right, I'll just wait patiently here. Not send out too many at a time. Oh, all out of grain, wheat grain. Okay. We do have, yes. See how quickly they decay, the flour. It's ridiculous. Here I go moaning again. Oh yeah. Yeah. So let's, nobody wants that one, okay. I need to start closing this down. Yeah. Oh, they're staying on top of the fence finally. Excellent. Yeah, because there's quite a bit of sticks and I think I have it too high now. Because some of it is being wasted, so I'm gonna take down one worker. Because that is also a way to make sure that you don't overproduce. If you don't want to change your limits or change your tasks, just take down the people. Or if you produce too little, you can get more people. So their place, how many do I have? Oh, gosh, I forgot what I did. 1, 2, 3. No, I still have. Yeah, so I'm gonna build one more. 600, yeah, that's good. So let's go. Oh, I don't want it too close to. I actually wanted it where this one is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build them up over here, I think. Like the emergency belt huts. so people don't have to sleep by the fireplace or in the open for that matter, if several of these perhaps starts to need a repair at the same time. And I'm gonna dismantle these two. So dismantling has been increased speed, so it's sort of boom boom and you're done. Yeah. What's that? Is that bread? Oh, I didn't make a basket for them. No wonder they're just chucking them on the ground. You can go here. Yeah. Oh, they're looking there. Yeah, that's one up. That means I can take. Oh, we can create dairy stations. Oh, and the trade has completed. Okay, so I got 3 ropes. Or how many pelts did she bring with her? I'm not sure that the exchange rate is actually that good, to be honest. It feels a little meh. A little bit meh. Okay, so I'm going to take you down. I'm not going to keep trading. I just wanted to test out and see. So the exchange rate is fluid. Like if you keep trading a lot with the same tribe, price tends to go up as the supply goes down. That kind of goes without saying. And if you keep raiding them, they will move. And yeah, so if you trade them before you raid them, you tend to get more loot. What else did I discover? Yeah, you can't trade to anyone on the island. The group just auto disbands or just auto stays in the camp. You can't get further with it. It will just stand there forever and not do anything. Just not functional. So yeah, because we're saying, because we don't have boats, do we? And they can't really swim that far. So yeah. Oh, that is for the bread. Ta-da. Right, so now I can squeeze down another one of these. Delays. Yep. Okay. Because they still have plus, because we have the roundhouse grayed out, but we don't have the longhouse. So as soon as the longhouse comes, then they will not be so happy about this one anymore. So I don't mind that we don't have the longhouse showing, because we can't build it anyway. It's torture that we can't build it. It's grayed out, so people are aware that we have it, but they can't have it because we can't bloody well build it, you know. So they go so grumpy and unhappy with what they have because they want better. Can't really blame them, can we? No. Okay, so okay, wheat is being harvested now. That one is done, that one is done, and then we will have the pulses left. So that basically means that we will have full farm of both beets and peas next season. So all we needed was a few seeds, you know. So if you only have one seed, just plant. You will get more when they harvest, and then you can do a full farm or several, depending on how much you're getting, what kind of difficulty you're playing. Hardcore will never be much. Beginners will always be plenty. Or you two? No, we have plenty. We have plenty straw. It shouldn't be an issue. But that also means that they are now on needing repairs at the same time. Yeah, that's fine. Why are you thinking about leaving? Well, go eat then. Does it look like we don't have food? Oh, let me see. Oh, we got 10. We got 10 for... How many knives did we get? Okay, so it was an equal swap. 10 bows for 10 bone knives. I'm quite alright with that, because bone knives are so much cheaper to make than the hazel bows, aren't they? Hazel bows takes fine stick and rope, while bone knife is only a piece of bone, isn't it? I don't mind that at all. So I'm going to adjust that group when they get home to only one person. They will probably only bring with them 5 bone knives at the time, and then come home with 5 bows. So we don't have to make them. Am I making them ready? Check. I'm not. Although we can make them. I choose not to. I think I want to steal flint spears as well if they ever become available to steal from any of the tribes. I can't remember seeing any of them having actually changed. No, none of them had changed their wares. Have you guys noticed that the color on the tribe emblem has changed? How extraordinary. Now that we have a nice little mix here, we have mostly Neolithic. We should in theory be very close to losing these, which I don't want to be. Yeah, so another 20% and then they are going. Because you need, is it 22%? Because they have lowered it, so I don't mind that they have done that, so that we can keep it longer. 20, or is it 30? God, my eyes can't tell. But we do have quite a bit of jiggle room, since they've lowered the culture requirement for both the men here and also for the wooden posts. But the wooden posts are really cool. I would like to keep them much longer. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, so now we have so many huts that this one can also go, because that means that this one over here will take over. And I'm going to build one more hut in its place. Oh, it probably won't be tonight, because work hours are almost over. I'll place it down, then I can start it in the morning. Whenever they see fit. So I'm just going to let them do some work. Oh, it's so pretty with the sunset, isn't it? Man, that's so pretty. It is pretty. Very nice. Autumn is beautiful, isn't it? Winter is my favorite though. I love winter. Probably because I'm born and raised in northern Norway. Half polar bear. Yep. We'll let them be for a bit. Yeah, so when you see the light that sometimes surrounds people or objects, you just hover over it and then it goes away. I can't remember if I said it previously. I'm not really, I don't know, super impressed by the trading or the raiding. It feels quite simplified, the system, doesn't it? It does what it's supposed to do. You do raid, you do get loot. You do trade, you do get wares. But I think I would like it to be a little bit more complex, I think. A bit more immersive for the player as well. Why are you whining? No. Oh, look at your fitness. It's so low because you're pregnant. Yeah. Where are the animals? She has increased food processing. I don't mind that. She'll be quick on the threshers. Yeah, so I think it's probably going to be a bit more different when we are in the future. Several DLCs, you get different cultures, and of course there will be fighting as well. There has to be. I mean, you can't go through from Paleolithic to modern times without any wars. That's just not going to happen. That is so unauthentic. It's a little bit ridiculous to even assume they won't add any wars or any ways to fight each other. So I'm pretty sure that will come. So yeah. hopefully there will be some sea trading as well, because that will be interesting to have, because of course that was definitely during these times, that was definitely a fact that there was sea trading. Absolutely. I mean, just look at England. How else would they get everything they do have if there wasn't for sea trading? Goes without saying. Logic. So yeah, I would like more, but I'm just really happy that the deadline was kept with regards to when the release was to be. The game was released on the 24th, like they said they would. So that's a good achievement. Oh, he's 67 now. Right, I'm going to let my tribe... Oh, never mind. Did you die? Oh, because I'm not using the woodworking enough, am I? So we lost a little bit. Look, there's just a tiny, tiny sliver that we lost. We're going to get that back in no time. I'm not worried at all. We need to probably make more fences. Is that a tree growing up? Oh, it's not even close, so it won't take the space. Right, so we got roughly between 30 and 40 peas and beets from that. I'm quite satisfied with that, I have to admit. You can go down to 1, I think. Yeah. Okay, so the elders. 15. Okay, at least we have more adults than elder now. That's a nice change. Nice change. There's quite a few elder compared to babies, so I don't think, and I'm actually glad of it, we won't have any explosive population growth. And besides, if we want to keep it small, just don't accept all the migrants like I do. I accept everyone because I don't mind a little bit, because we are year 3 and I think we could manage at least 15 more people without struggling too much or having to adjust groups to do a lot more food, because we are quite all right. We're actually wasting a bit of food as well. I did turn this down, I did, yeah. And I don't need these to do that. I'm going to let them be. Yeah. I'm going to let this one be built as well, because we have 250 mud again. And I'm going to do this one. I'm going to wait till next planting season, after this one, not the upcoming but the next, to create more wheat farms for more grains to make bread. I wish we could make bread out of flax grain as well, or maybe it's not possible, I don't know. We could probably grind those grains as well, couldn't we, and then make flour and have some nice flax bread as well. It's very healthy, isn't it? I mean, the Egyptian used it as healthy snack, and that is a verified research. They did that. This is in history. Oh, that was quick. I'm gonna add a log store next to them because they use logs for firewood. There you go. How are we doing for logs? 51, yeah. So I'll just leave it as is. Oh, such whinge. Anyway, I will let my tribe toil a bit on their own. I think I'm going to create a few stone working tasks for these, so that they don't forget their skills. Oops, it's not very beautiful. Just keep them a little bit occupied with some skills here. So whatever skills you rarely use, you should really just create a few extra tasks for them to keep busy on. Oh, okay. You have 2 graves. But they don't need maintenance, so that's no big deal. When they're built, they're built. Should I just add another wheat immediately? Maybe I can get away with it. Because the bread goes like hot bread. It goes immediately. Oh, that was a bit too much. Oh, I want them all to be the same, sorry. Yeah. Ta-da. I'm going to use the same group though. Is that wheat? Why don't you have a task? Did I forget to flipping assign them? I did, didn't I? No. It's already theirs. Okay, yeah. Gosh, it's getting late. I need to go sleep. I need to get some rest. Okay, so you... Really, Lily? You did it 2 times in a row? More like it. So I'm going to give you 8. We're going to need to do a few changes. Like that. Now you guys can work on this. Trying to keep everyone busy with learning skills is a task in itself. Okay, so these 2 can probably be built now as well. I think. Oh, we got a baby. How much people do we have? 38. Yeah, gosh, we certainly had a boom of 4 babies. Seriously. We suddenly decided they were very, very ready for babies, shall we say. I wonder if they had any kind of prevention back in those days. What could it possibly be that could sort it? I don't think there was any. But also I think that the child mortality was so high, and also the occurrence of death in childbirth was really high. Basically, childbirth was quite risky back then, wasn't it? And it was up until 18th, 19th century. I mean, you only need to go like 100, 150 years back where you can find graves in the graveyard with like where you see 5 kids have died, you know, from the same family within a few years of each other due to some disease. So yeah, of course circumstances were different. It makes sense. But imagine having 17 kids, 18 kids, 20 kids. We are made to have babies, but you know, it's so outlandish in our society that we're thinking about having 20 kids. I mean, seriously. Yeah, so we are so different in what we tolerate now, aren't we? It's like we are, even though we perhaps are growing more intelligent, we are growing bodily weaker, aren't we? Yeah, oh, more migrants. Oh, animals, hello? You know, Spain had animals way before this timeline. Come on. Even northern Spain had domestic animals. Promise. Oh, So the stone fences last quite a long time. So, but when they do need repairs, they take a bit of time to repair. So they will get good skills from repairing the stone fences. What What did you trade? I can't remember what she traded. Was it bows? It was, wasn't it? Or was it... Let's have a look. Yeah, she's giving flint bones, bone knives for bows. It's a good trade. I'm gonna keep this trade open. I mean, do we have 15? Yeah. So we suddenly have 39. Did we just have 30? It's like, it was like 2 minutes ago. Oh well. I think I'm gonna pause my fishermen to let the fish repopulate. Maybe not the best time to do it, but we have plenty of food. We should manage to get full all farms with seeding with what we have. Yeah, so that is very good. When can we make the these? Because for now we don't necessarily need the storehouses because the volume of food we have is fairly low. Let me see. So we need a bit more architecture for that one. Not only a bit, we need like 10%. And then we need to build a mill, which we also do have. Wherever it is, there you go. Lumber mill. People love working on the lumber mill, so I have to pause it all the time. Otherwise I end up with 1,000 planks. There's no need for that. I'm going to place down, of course, some dairy stations as well when we get animals that can be milked. The pigs can't be milked, of course. They are just for the meat, and they need to be fed all year round. So you can't just leave them to it like you can with the cows and the goats during the times where grass is nice and green in summer and autumn and stuff. But winter time comes, then you need to feed all 3 types that you have, with both grass and whatever else food you have that can go in the food trough. Let me see, where is it? It's production, isn't it? No, what is it? God, I can't remember what it is. Is it production or service? Let's find out. Yeah, it's service. There you go. Somewhere. No, that's really good. There you go. That's that one. And where's the trough? There it is. Yeah, so that one, let's see what that one can take. If I build it now, what does it take to build? Let's just build it so we can see. Well, I do remember that it can take bread, and that is never going to happen. Never ever going to happen. What is it that it needs? Just logs. Yeah, that's fine. We have 24, so I need to keep an eye on those because they can suddenly poof go out. Is the other hay storage under repair? Yeah, it is. That's why they suddenly carried everything here. Which is fine, okay, because it needs repairs. Okay, these needs repairs as well, so that's more woodworking skills for the younger generation to do. You don't really get a lot of skills for these because they are so quickly done. They don't work long enough for it to really go up in level or up to the level where tribe has max. So I'm going to wait till they're done with the planting before I place the fence all the way around here. You guys need repair as well? Fine, that's fine, that's fine. They are both woodworking and... yeah, no, it's woodworking only, isn't it? No architecture needed for those. Right, let's go have a look at the feeder. No, they've taken away bread. Okay, that's also new. Oh, we can create roundhouses now. Oh god, now people are going to be unhappy with what they have to sleep in. Seriously. But you can see there's quite a bit of options here that they will eat, the animals. Goats, for instance, they love nuts. Absolutely nuts about nuts. Pine nuts are quite okay for all the animals as well. They do quite enjoy the grains, but they will never get wheat grain. They can get flax grain, but they won't get any of the wheat grains. But for now, I'm going to pause it because there's no use for it because we do not have any animals. Right, so let's redo the groups a little bit. So you guys are going to start getting 750 at the time, and I'm going to increase you like that. And we don't need to do anything with the straw gatherers because we are getting what we need, and also a lot extra from the threshing of the wheat because that has been increased as well. The straw that the wheat is giving, so that is good. So let's have a look and see how they are faring now in so that one is still +5. That's a little bit surprising. I was kind of expecting it to go down, and this one's still +18. Okay, so it will go down when Longhouse comes then, because there's no way that one will stay neutral when or plus on appeasement when Longhouses come. There's just no way. On hardcore, not gonna happen. Right, so then I just need to keep an eye on the mud that's incoming to build a roundhouse. And of course they've taken away the word Neolithic because it was self-explanatory. You need to be at least in the close vicinity of Neolithic timeline before you can build it anyway. So there was no point having that word. So that was a grammatically sound move. It's not exactly a nice half circle. It's not too bad though. I don't really win on those circles, but yeah. So you guys... oh, you're out of seeds. Oh, duh, I forgot to double my seeds in the block storage, didn't I? There you go. They carried out the mission. Yeah, oh, look, we got 6 primitive hazel boughs. Nice. I think I need to pause them. How do I pause them? Oh, they come home, then I can pause them. What's your problem? Oh yeah, you don't want to be in the pelt hut. Oh, why are you in the pelt hut? Oh wait. Look, we have 39 people, so some of them are actually sleeping in the pelt hut. Yeah, you can hang in there and then rotate on who sleeps where. It's not that bad, is it? We have you without housing, so we are going to get up the roundhouse as quickly as possible. I'm going to remove you, and let me see how are you guys doing. Yeah, I'm going to put that to someone else to do. I think you guys can enjoy a bit of not gathering. You guys are fine as you are. So you guys have gone to do the farms. Okay, that's fine. So now we are actually going a bit low on food, so I'm going to do the fishermen again, open them up and see what we can do with the hunters. Yeah, so I'm gonna X you out for now. Actually no, I'm gonna pause you. I'm going to remove some of these spots for now. You can stay on 3. What are you doing? Yeah, you can go down to 2, that's fine. Okay. You're fine because we have enough for the winter, I think. Then we need to get more afterwards. Yeah, so just do some work on their own. Oh no, we can't make wooden posts anymore. Yeah, we need 30% Mesolithic influence, and we do not have that anymore. Yeah, but I can see the well. Yep. Wah, wah. Okay. So these will no longer be repaired. I'll just dismantle them as they need repairs. We're going to replace them with the menhirs anyway. With these that we can make. Because we do have the architecture we need now. So that is very good. We have got our first livestock. It's a female goat. So now we need to create a herder group. Ta-da! Let's go find the goat. It should be showing here under livestock. Then we just click it and double click to get to where it is. So let's assign it to this group so we can milk it. Ta-da! So it doesn't need feeding now, because you can see there's no yellow grass icon, which means that the goat can basically feed in the wild without us helping it. But when winter comes or thereabouts, then it will come towards the camp to find food, and we shall of course feed it when that time comes. So I'm going to build up one of these. Don't need more than one for a goat. For now I'm just going to do the grass for it, because it'll be fine with grass. So that was nice that we finally got our first livestock animal. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I've sent out a few more raiders. I'm going to pause my traders for a bit longer, but I've sent out quite a few raiders to steal some wheat grains so we can get some more bread. And I'm also going to make my first roundhouse, because now we have 750 mud, so let's get it done before it rots away or it dries up. I just need to figure out where to put it. I guess I should just place it neatly around here. That's the first one. Our first roundhouse. So the trading can be really interesting, more interesting than it is at the moment, when you have played a while and you're going low on some of your critical resources, such as flint cores or fine raw stone. Then you can easily either raid or trade, preferably a combination, so that you get some loot after a few trading runs with them. You are losing quite a bit of workforce if you want big amounts, so you need to make sure that you are trading a bit first with them before you are raiding them to get free bigger loot. So there's a little bit of agenda needed to perform before we can actually get some good amounts. So what we have to trade, basically, we have a lot of leather, but for now nobody's asking for leather. They are asking for fur though, so we trade that with the bows. I'm going to activate those again and keep her active. Okay, so we're a little bit too busy. That's fine. I've already thrown 12 people out to to do some raiding. Oh, what a surprise. We are lacking sticks. That's a shocker. Nothing new under the sun. So yeah, the trading is for now not the most exciting thing at the moment, because we seem to be doing quite all right with all the resources we have. But then again, we've only been here 4 years. Let's talk in 10 years. So yeah, it helps that the population is not insane, because that will of course drain a lot more on resources. So I'm quite glad that the population growth is fairly low. It is going up all the time, but it's not like anything explosive. I'm happy about that. Quite chuffed about that, actually. Yeah. And we just got another migrant coming with a cow. A bull, actually. That's fine. I'll take it. Even if we can't get milk, it will give us meat when it's being slaughtered. But if we're really lucky, we get a cow as well, so they can get offspring. So they've changed the textures on the cows, not so much the bulls, I think. They pretty much looks the same. The aurochs, you can see, are blacker though, and with a kind of light stripe on their back, a light eel. Oh, so he's busy milking. Oh, he was busy milking. Never mind. Oh, he hasn't milked yet. Oh, you'll probably do it. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to run to the goat. And did you guys see what he did? Oh, yeah, it's quite a bit to run, actually. So he's giving a little bit up. Trying to go find the goat. The goats are actually hard-coded to come closer to camp. But they don't always want to do it unless they're hungry. Then they will trot. Then they will trot to the camp immediately. See the new cocky ways that the kids are behaving. Have you guys seen them? Have you seen them jump up and down? It's quite cute. Go on, go find your goat. Is it at the very edge still? Oh, poor dude. He's running for his life now soon. Where is it? Look, look, look. Look how he's jumping. Let's see. Milking goats. Where is the goat? Gosh. It's far away. He's never going to reach it. Are you serious? Look at it. It's just standing there. Doesn't want to come to camp because it found some clovers, I think. We found some numbs here. Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, I'm watching you. How old is this one? Is 6 and she is... Yeah, they're both 6. So the goats, the milk, I think I said it before as well, the milk amount you get is depending on the size of the animal. So like if you have a big sized animal, you will get more milk. But you know, if they're small and have low fitness, they have less milk. Yeah. Let's see if he actually manages to get home with some milk in the end. Oh gosh, look at all the vets. Old. Yeah, we did have a lot of old people for a while, didn't we? So they are now, of course, gone. Yeah. I mean, do we have left though? 41. Yeah, so we lost a few. But we did get migrants, so... Yeah, so the adults are having a fairly good lead on the elderly, and we are getting quite a few kids. We're having another baby boom. So we're catching up with the elderly, which is exactly what we want to. We don't want the elderly to always be in majority. We want the adults in majority, and then children and elderly fairly equaled out. So yeah, that is good. And as usual, we are struggling with the flipping sticks. I'm going to put more people to the sticks. This is just annoying. There you go. go be effective, go be useful. Be efficient little Borgs. So yeah, I suspect that as soon as the winter is setting in and the yellow grass icon comes, both the bull and the cow will come trotting into camp. Then you will have no issues milking them, promise. Oh, I should really get down a dairy, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll do that as well. I'm going to do one for now. There's no point doing more, because we're going to get 1 milk per day with that goat size, and not anymore. We'll just add more as we go along, really. So yeah, I'm looking a bit forward to see how trading is going to be in 10 years time when I've stayed here for a decade and my resources are starting to go a bit low, at least the critical ones such as flint cores and, you know, fine raw stones. And also when it's time to start saving my rivers for replenishment of the fish, then I will just raid the fish from others. I will just basically steal it. Yeah. So there is a lot of things that you can do for varying situations with both raiding and trading. So even if you can't trade, you always have the option to raid, but you do pay for that with the amounts that you actually get. So there needs to be a balance. So that is quite well thought out. So it's not a complete bleeding of everything that is not you. So here you will pay for it by using workforce. So you need to plan your groups fairly well. Oh, that is so cool with the shadows looking like that. Look, getting longer and longer. So how long do these have before they start needing repairs? Yeah, they take a while before they need repairs, so I might be able to keep them for a bit longer. Let me have a look at my people. Oh, I don't have many miso left, do I? Oh gosh, you need to get kids. Yeah, okay, you have a miso child. I need more of you to have miso children. Did you have any miso children? You did, you have a miso child. What about you? Oh, did I look at her? No, you too. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's your mom. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you did not get any kids, but your sibling is miso. Yeah, that's fine. You belong. Did you get any? Yeah, you got 2. And I've already gone over those 2. Yeah, so now just crossing fingers we get a little bit more so that we can get the wooden post repaired. It's going to be perhaps a little bit of a cultural dance here, you know, where one birth is deciding or one death is deciding if we're getting more or not. It's a bit of a dance that happens when that is going on. Yeah. Time to make some more roundhouses. So that means we can start taking down some of the big straw huts. Yep. So if we look at the economy from straw huts compared to roundhouse, you can see that the straw huts, they have a max amount of 100 straw that they need to be repaired, while the big straw huts, they will need roughly 180 on hardcore. So it is 100% more efficient to use the roundhouse above these. So I'm going to remove these as I build the roundhouses. And likewise, when you get long houses, it will be several times more efficient to use a long house than one of these. I just hope that they haven't lowered the or placed the need for straw any higher than before I tested it out a few weeks ago, because then it won't be that cost efficient compared to roundhouses. But there's always a way to work around it, because you can do a nice mix So if you have a few long houses, then you can have like 8 of the Neolithic houses or the roundhouses. So you don't necessarily have to have the long houses all the time. Although space-wise, they are economical because you take 14 in comparison to the 8 for the normal roundhouse. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But with all the new tweaks to straw, especially the ones that you get when you are doing threshing, you shouldn't really have a lot of problems keeping up housing for everyone if you just are a little bit economical with regards to what type of housing you're using. So you should go away from all straw huts and certainly all reed huts, because you should in the later game with several hundred people try to use the straw for your storehouses instead and not for the reed huts. So that is not economical at all. But if you're just playing to have the variety or the diversity of this, and you don't necessarily want to be having several hundred population, you can just play as you like. But if you wish to play with several hundred population and manage long-term sedentary lifestyle same area, you really should be a bit more economical with how you use the resources you have in your vicinity. Yeah, makes sense? Ooh, so look, see if we get any animals. We do. Let me see, that is a female goat. So now we have 2 female goats. Right, so we have an adult and a younger one. All of them like there's so many. 2 of them, both of them have poor fitness, but I'll take them. Ta-da! Okay, all my graves are empty. No, but this is good. Look at this. This is a nice balance. Adults well above, and then children and elderly fairly balanced. So this is quite good, isn't it? Yep. Oh, hello. How long have you been like that? I didn't even notice I got a new tribe leader. Seriously? Full farms. I need to go closer to check if the sticks are there to see if the peas have been done. Too early to tell with the plants if you don't go really close. Okay, so we still have the wooden posts. They're gonna last a bit longer, which is fine and dandy. Oh, it's not going down that fast. I just wish that the miso citizens would get more miso kids. Let me see. See, some of these have been influenced. So a lot of these have varying amounts of each culture. She's been around Mesolithic for a long time, so she still has a fairly strong relation to them. Yeah. Let's see the young ones. How much are they influenced? Yeah, still got quite a good influence, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. Traders are out getting bows, and they're trading away bone knives that are about to go out on date. Almost said about to go out on date. They're trading away bone knives that are decaying away. A bit sneaky, but it's okay. Yep, my forever torches. Don't mind it in the slightest. It's a nice change from having to repair it 4 times a day. I never exaggerate it, ever. Let's see here. I got 2 this time, or maybe they noticed that they were old and about to be brittle. That's a bull, my bull. You have no family because you are all alone. Okay. Oh, seems like we got the ability to build wooden posts again. So that means that someone Neolithic either died or someone Mesolithic became an adult. So that's good. So we are kind of sailing on the edge constantly, and we are likely going to have some kind of cultural dance now, because if it was a Meso child that turned adult, then any Neolithic death or Neolithic child turning adult will again push it away, push it away from 30% Mesolithic. So this is the cultural dance. So let's just see how that goes. How many are we now, by the way? We are 46. I just noticed my leader is fantastic. Look at that charisma. She has 200 flipping charisma. Dude. I hope she grows really, really old, like 78. Look at those traits. Look how good she looks. Damn. Damn. Is that mine or yeah, it's mine. Oh, we can make clay containers. That is nice. We can do that for some of the farm foods when we don't have too many of the farms. They last forever. So clay containers for beets is definitely on the table. I'm just going to finish building this first. Let's see. Yeah. We'll of course need one of these as well. Did I place one down already? I don't think I did. Let's see. Is it in the work area where they are storing everything? There you go. Would only take that one. Do some extra wheat, of course, to get more straw, and one more beet. Right, so then I also need to increase the beet here a little bit extra. Can't harm. Let's see, how is it going with this one? Yeah, it's done. So I'm going to remove you. How much do I have? 3. So that means I should, in theory, be okay placing down these as well. Where is the there it is. Has it produced any plugs? It has, so I can just as well put it on pause again, because it already has more than I need. It's like it's a certain toy for the tribe that they really want to do. I really want to do this. So I can basically place it down here, can't I? By the bench. So 2 of those should do it for now, because that's 200. And you know, you don't get a lot of crop in hardcore. It's barely anything. Let's see, I should ideally get more farmers for that. So I need 16. Yep. And my beet, is that my beets? No, where are my beets? There they are. you guys will need 4 more. There you go. That'll do it. That'll do it. See how that goes. So the good thing about all the difficulties, no matter difficulty, is if you are a bit unlucky with your farms and you have not overdone all the harvesting or the fishing of the wild produce, you can fall back on it. You know, you don't have to die, you know. So if you play a little bit smart and don't over harvest absolutely everything in the wild while you're going through your years in any difficulty, you can afford to miss a little bit with, or take a little bit of time to get your farms right. Yeah. But you know, it is diminishing, so as the years go by, it gets less and less forgiving. Maybe I don't need 2 of those. I probably don't need more than 2 anyway on any of them, because it's not like we're going to get a lot, is it? So 4 farms in hardcore gives roughly the same as 1 can give in beginners. Maybe a little bit exaggerated. 3 farms. 3 farms can give the same as 1 farm in beginners. That's fine. We know what we're doing. Ish. We know ish what we're doing. We hope we know what we're doing. Yeah, I have no disillusions about going through this entire playthrough without losing people. I already have lost people, but I don't want to lose people to famine, you know, because that is something you can control as a player. So I don't want to do that. I think I'm gonna go do a bit of raiding. Oh, look how close they are. Oh no, I don't have the heart to raid them because they're so close. Oh, I'm gonna go get more of these. How many can I get away with? Can I do 6? Can I get away with having 6? We shall find out. Okay, so he needs to go get the... Oh, they all have a weapon now. Let's hope they make the same mistake as the others did. Instead of going further away from us, they are coming closer. 5. Did someone just lose their weapon? You lost your weapon. How did you lose your weapon? Did you go out on date again? I keep saying go out on date. Did it decay away? I probably did. She might get hurt or die. You know, sometimes when they come back, if they've been wounded in combat, they can have so high unrest due to it that they actually just leave your tribe in protest that they have to go to war. That is a type of unrest that I didn't talk about in my tutorial video about unrest and how to appease, because it is rare that they have this high unrest due to war, but I guess it's combat fatigue, isn't it? And it takes a while to heal from it because their fitness will be really low for a while. So basically they will not work, they will just try to recuperate and get their health back in camp, which is fine, by the way, of course. Probably suffering from PTSD. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I would wish for the raiding and also for the trading for that matter, for it to be a bit more rich with regards to information about the tribe, the size of the tribe. We can see the amount of huts and stuff, but that doesn't really tell us anything. We can see the cultural influence and stuff like that, but I feel it's a bit thin at the moment. I would like more and a bit more immersiveness to this. That would be cool. So I'm kind of hoping that will come in the future in one way or another, with either with implementations to the base game or via DLCs. Let me see. Oh, 38. I shall take you. We no longer know how to create altars. What is it we lack? What did we not do enough of? Is it... Oh, it's Neolithic influence. What the heck? Okay, so now they are taking over a little bit again. Yeah, it's culture dance. Okay, sure. But look, we can see the trellis. They need a bit more architecture. And these are not too expensive to build. I mean, the passage to me is a lot more expensive to build. It's rare that you have wooden posts. You know, in both the offering types in 3800 BC, it is rare. So they have changed the culture requirements so that they overlap each other for longer, which I don't mind at all. I think that's a good thing, to be honest. You see the grass icon is there, so now the animals are feeding from us, from our resources, which is fine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pause these when they come home. There you go. Or take them away. So playing on slow, everything is slow. Everything takes a long time. I mean, if we'd been playing on fast, we would have been year 15 already or something. So I'm not going to drag it out too long. I did want to see how the raiding and trading was in hardcore, and that it is basically the same as any difficulty, really. I was expecting to have less tribes to choose between, but we seem to either have been very lucky or they seem to be fairly equal, the random seeds, with regards to how many tribes and what they're gonna have for sale and what they would like in return. I want a bigger selection of things to trade for from each tribe, and I hope that comes as well in time. And I wouldn't also mind, you know, having the option to hone in on the fighting, to see them actually going through the villagers and looting and plundering and fighting and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. What are you eating, guys? Is there anything on the ground? Oh, the food needs to be increased. I'm going to give these a little bit of food as well. There you go, you can go eat now, girls and boy. Girls and boy. Okay. It's a good idea that they didn't just let us roam free with the raiding. It is a good idea that they are diminishing the wares so that we don't just blindly go raid all the time. Because there's no way that will be like it was back then. I mean, of course, if you deplete someone's resources, they won't get the same amount when they go raid them a few weeks later. It's not going to happen, is it? So that's fine that they are doing that. It's quite expected. There are... What else changes are there? There's quite a few things. They have changed also the effect of aging as well on physical fitness, so you can see it reducing quicker, so that they don't get so old. They might change that though. I'm not sure if they're going to keep it in or if they're just testing it out. Oh, we have some fish coming back now because we haven't fished for roughly a year or so. Yeah, I can see them repopulating. That is good. But as long as we have what we do have, we have plenty of food, then we do not need to activate the fishermen. We might lose fishermen's skills, but they will come back quickly with any migrants, really. I don't really want to lose completely the fishing skills. I'm going to put it on 2. I'm going to put it on 2 just once a year or so for a few months. They can put up their skills again, get skills up. Let me see, what are the fishing? Right, that's 63 hunting and 61 fishing. Yeah. What else have we done? Yeah, they have reduced some of the boulder amounts. You know, the big boulders that sometimes litter the landscape. They have reduced it quite a bit. But this save is from before the last patch. So if I migrate with this tribe, then we will see the effect and not before. But that is what they have done. Yeah. There was also some bug that they sorted with regards to the calorie and fitness and will combinations. So that's sorted as well. And yeah, I think it's an okay patch. It is the release patch plus the hotfixes. So yeah, so raiding and trading. I kind of expected it to be two different things to do, and not like one thing you could do all in one, like you just click a tribe and then you do trading and raiding. It has a system I haven't seen anywhere, so I was kind of expecting, based on the archives my brain has about how other games are doing it. So I expected something else, but this is fine that it is like this, but it does need to be richer in what it offers, because it is straightforward and fairly simple, isn't it? It doesn't mean that it's not a good system. It's just I expected more, a little bit more. I have to admit, a little bit more. So I hope that will come in the future. Yeah. So I have no crashers really. I have the odd freeze when my raiders and traders are out, and they still have an area where they need to work on that, because others, of course, also still have freezes and crashes. But I think it's diminishing extremely little over the last few weeks after the release, because they've been working on it non-stop, so that is good. Yeah, let me see, how much do I have? 752. I should get down more of these. I'm pretty sure that there will be sorted. Everything has to do with freezing and crashing will be sorted. Obviously we can't have it like that, so I'm not worried about that at all. It's only a few weeks since they released it anyway, so it will be sorted in time. Sooner rather than later, obviously. It's not like you're going to have to wait a year for the game to stop crashing or freezing. But they already know what it's related to. They just need to figure it out in the coding thingy, which I have no clue about. Let me see. The clay containers they need, is it planks they need for maintenance? It is, isn't it? Yeah, wood planks. Yeah, it's only 2, so it should be fine. And they have also increased the longevity of planks, so they don't disappear in 2 days. Because it used to be very short, isn't it? How are our torches doing? Yeah, they will never need repairs. We've had it like this for years. They will last for years. Yeah, I walked up my torches. I'm probably not going to keep them like that, but enjoy them while you can until they get fixed. No guarantees though. No guarantees. Let me see. Did I remember to put up 16 on these? I did. Yeah, they should be all right. Could probably increase work hours for a while, because everyone has food. Everyone has okay places to sleep. There shouldn't be too many unhappy faces. But I can't keep it up too long, because I need them to not build any combos, and they need to be able to get rid of some of the unrest by getting time enough to pray. And I want to give them that. Yep. Indeed. So yeah, it's totally okay patch, and of course hotfixed. Mostly fixing issues and adjusting stuff based on player feedback. But yeah, what will really help the new players is that they don't have to deselect the resources on the dryers if tribe is closing up to a famine, so that the tribe will just help themselves from any food on any dryers when they are really hungry. So that is a good thing that will stop a lot of confusion for the new players. Never a bad thing. So besides that, there's not a lot of things that really needs to be talked about, or that I haven't talked about in previous playthroughs, because I did do a fairly long one for animal husbandry. with a lot of spoon feeding. Oh, you don't like the work hours, do you? No, go eat. Yeah, of course you are unhappy about the work hours. I think I'm gonna leave it on for a few more days. Look, they're already growing in unrest. They're so spoiled. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Oh, I need to have the right group for it. You girls. Oh, hello. No animal though. Oh, look at her. She's got one bad grade, but really good grade besides, and she's big and she has improvements to the tribe. Look at that. We can now make wells and trilithons. Dang. Let's get down a well. Every tribe needs a well. There you go. Have a well. How are we doing for logs? Did I pause my lumberjacks? No, there they are. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna see how I can do with these. With the men here. So I could actually get away with that, couldn't I? I could get away with that. Will I get inaccessible issues? I might. It would be so annoying to figure out that you have inaccessible issues after you've built them. You know? That would be a pain in the beep. So how far out can we go? If I build those, I would need like just as many stones as I would need for a passage tomb. There goes nothing. Let's do one at a time then. Okay, so only this one is being done. The good thing about these, if you're going to mass produce them, is that they don't cost a lot. They only cost 1,000 stones. Or have they changed that? Gosh. Don't think so. No, it's still 1,000 stones. Yeah. Oh, more angry faces now that they have to work so much. Job done then. Are we out of seeds? Yeah, I can see that we are. Oh, look at them. Look how quickly they are moaning. I have to turn it down. I've got to turn it down to normal so they can chill a bit on the Oh, Hugh. That's good. Okay, I'm just gonna let them work in peace for a bit. Oh my goodness, they finally needed repairs. Look how long it took for them to need repairs. So down to 63-ish, and then they need repairs. And they never lose the fine sticks. I am leaving the torch exactly as they are. I'm not going to change them. So this is my gift to everyone who wants the torch. It will last for years. You never lose the fine stick. And yeah, it costs 4 sticks to repair. Superb. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't believe I managed to do that all on my own without nagging on the devs. I'm quite happy about that. I'm quite chuffed that I managed to do that on my own. Yeah. Go, Lilly. Now I just need to remember this for next time. Let me see. Yeah. Let's get some of these. Yeah, look, the pine nuts. And they still need, no, there is green grass available already, of course, because we are in Spain. So of course there will be grass available fairly early. Okay, that's fine. So here's what we woke up to. Cannot repair them because we do not have enough Mesolithic influence in the tribes. So I am just as well going to remove them, because there is a very, very minimal chance that we will get back enough Mesolithic influence to actually get back these wooden posts. It's pity, because I find them really cool. I really like them. But yeah, not much you can do about that. I have 3 left that doesn't need repair yet, or they will soon need repairs. Yeah. I'll just take them down as soon as they start needing repairs. So we've almost replaced all the straw huts with roundhouses, which is good. It makes people more happy. I can abuse them a little bit more then and get away with it, I hope. Famous last words. Yeah, look, they are building these around instead. It's quite cool. And we are going to start tilling season. So we have 4 wheat farms, so we can make a lot of bread at least. We don't have a lot of food, and the food in the wild is getting really scarce. So yeah, so we need to rely on straw to feed the animals, that's for sure. But we've been doing quite all right, I have to say. It is going to be really difficult to get the population up to, I don't know, between 80 and 100, which is the soft cap on hardcore and slow speed. And not because we can't feed them as such. The problem is that there is too little births to get a regular increase in population, or a high enough increase. But maybe within 10 years we could actually reach 80, maybe, if people don't leave. Because I have lost people because they were impatient with this or impatient with that. Not to famine though, thankfully, because that would annoy me seriously. And it would just mean that I forgot something, forgot some food or anything, because that's kind of how it happens with people when you have a little bit insight and you actually know a little bit what you're doing. Then it tends to be that you forget. It's not that you don't know how to do it, you just forget. It happens all the time to me. Especially those stupid seeds that I have to remember to lock down all the time. Yeah. Okay, you are the last one to go. You guys were so great when we could use you, but your time is over. It is what it is. So I'm wondering if I should send out some more raiders to get some more fish, perhaps. No, we're okay on fish. We have regular income of fish. So one of the raiders I had to exchange bows for bone knives. The tribe changed the supply they had, so they came home with a few fine raw stones instead of bows. So I've lost that. So I had to redo that trader group. So that's something you need to keep an eye on, that they tend to change the commodities they want to sell, and also of course the commodity they want in return. I'm going to X you out. Sorry, you've done your duty. Yeah. So 7 years. That's like 18 to 20 on fast speed. Times 3, what is it? 21? Yeah, so that would be 21-ish for fast speed, which is what I prefer to play, to be honest. I find slow very slow. Slow is slow. Imagine that. So yeah, we haven't had any famine deaths, and thank goodness for that, because that would have annoyed me to F and back. So that's good. Yeah, there's not so much to mention with regards to changes or how it affects the game, but for sure trading will help you out as the years go by and you are going low on stuff. Just chuck out a few hardcore warriors to go raid first of all, I think, or trade first and then raid to get higher amounts. I think that's a smart move. Yeah, so it certainly is enriching the game and filling it out with more to do and more to focus on and more things to spend your workforce on and to keep an eye on. So that's good. Now I'm just anxiously waiting for more implementations that will come, because it will come down the line. So there, it seems that my people are on top of the fencing, so that they don't go bad or they don't go red, so that wild animals go in and chomp on my food. Oh, now we have a little baby boom again. We have a few baby booms every now and then, don't we? Like this dry period for a few years, and then poof, we have baby boom. So this is okay. Let me see. How much? We have 20 logs. Yeah, so you guys can be forced a bit longer. Yeah, you're good. And we did manage to build at least, we built 3 of these menhir structures to support the temple. So people are praying and they have the best quality housing that we can offer them. We have nothing better. So my people are actually quite happy. For being a hardcore game with the slowest speed, it wasn't that bad. But I suspect that is because we only had now max 55 people. Because at this point in the game, 7 years, in this tribe, there will be so little wild food that we can't rely too much on it. So if we cock up anything, we have to rely on the hunting and fishing. If we have enough fishing, because you can actually fish up the rivers in hardcore unless you pause them every now to let them replenish. So fair warning, don't fish like mad. And besides that, there's perhaps a few things that has changed as well. For instance, the Roundhouse and the Longhouse has also changed desirabilities. So the Roundhouse now has a 30% appeasement, while the Longhouse has a 19%, and they have also decreased the amount of resources that you need per time you are repairing these houses, and also increased the time it takes between when they need repairs. So this is a good move to make sure that we can basically keep up with all the needs for bigger tribes, especially in hardcore where everything is so hard. We won't see too much of it in hardcore because we will of course be reduced to F and back, but it is going to be better. It is better, and I can tell already that it is better. So that is good. Not huge amounts, but enough to keep us afloat and to keep the houses we have up and going. We also have a decrease in decompositions of bodies. They decompose longer, so it takes longer for them to actually disappear, which is no big deal. It wasn't really a problem in my opinion, but if they want to do it, then sure. And we also, in addition to having more tall grass or more straw from threshing wheat, We also now have gotten more grass from cropping tall grass, and we basically needed that because one of the things that wasn't adjusted when we got animal husbandry was that since the livestock will be eating straw, we need to make sure that we are not suffering too much with lack of straw. So this is why this has been done, and it is definitely needed, I can say that for sure. So yeah, the sleep spots in longhouses has also been increased to 18 to make sure that both the roundhouses and the longhouses are both equally attractive to build. So we avoid that only one type of housing is always chosen. But what they have in common, of course, is that they will be needing straw for both building and maintenance. But the amounts are not insane anymore, and that is fantastic. That is great. That is absolutely great. So also the trade routes has been improved a bit because they were not always displaying the correct trading or raiding ratio, to put it like that. So that has been sorted as well. And also the hunters are now a lot more efficient when it comes to getting their prey stripped fully. So you won't see that only one hunter anymore is on one huge animal. You will have basically, if you have 4 hunters, they will basically stand more or less in line to strip the animals. And also if you have the tribe given task to get animal hide and also to get raw meat, they will chip in as well. So that is a huge improvement, because did notice, we have noticed, many of us, that a lot of the meat is decaying where it is slaughtered and not being taken home because they have spent too long time to get it done. So that is a huge improvement. We also have less of those big stones everywhere in the landscape. So it used to be quite hard to find a really nice flat area without a ton of stones ruining for us when we wanted to place down objects. So that is also improved, which is fantastic. What else? The loading time for games or for the game has been significantly reduced, which is fantastic. We also have the construction requirements that has been tweaked to facilitate much earlier game startups. For instance, if you start in Miso, you will see that you now have dryers to start with. You will find that you have more than one type of housing to add. So this is the things that I find to be more logic, because all Paleolithic discoveries should be included in all Mesolithic starts. I think that goes without saying. So this is a step in the complete correct direction with regards to what we should have access to at the very early start of the Meso games. And we also have the requirements for the buildings, of course, has been reduced, both in of course the cultural requirement and also the knowledge requirement, and also the materials that they need. And I find that perfect to do. It's exactly as it should be. And of course, a lot of their time has been used to improve the performance, the optimization of the game. And there is still some way to go. If you don't have the very best of computers and the very best of graphics card, you tend to not manage to have a nice flowing game when you are several hundred citizens. Before that, I never really see or have any issues. It is when I'm closing up to 400 or 500 that I start to have a bit of lag and issues. They also have worked a lot with the AMD GPU, texture corruptions, the flickering of the screens, the halos issues, all the light stuff. A lot of work has been placed into this. Basically, they've been working 24/7 to avoid this, to help it out. Let me see what else is added. I need to go over some of my notes. The pregnant females are the last resort to be hunted. So they will go for the eldest first. They will try to go for the males and then females, and then of course the elder kids and pregnant females are both very low on priority, but it is also still depending on vicinity. So if you have a pregnant female that is 5 miles closer to an older male, they will not go for the older male. So that is something that perhaps needs some more tweaking in the future. But for now, I'm quite happy with that they don't jump on the female that are pregnant in a pile of 14. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll also notice that they have increased the effect that overwork has on fitness for people with specifically poor grades in fitness and will. You will see that fitness is being paying for any work hours as well. they don't like long-term, even default work hours. So if you want to appease them, you need to lower your work hours. I personally let them go. I do not lower my work hours for anything that is not beneficial for the entire tribe. Don't need all of these. I can just, let's do one at a time. That one is very small, isn't it? It looks cool though. Oh no, it was done. Duh. Never mind. Right, so yeah, put those on pause for now. Let them eat straw, because we're good on straw. So yeah, I think I've covered all the majority of what has been fixed, adjusted, or basically just changed. So if you are doing hardcore and you want it a bit more easy, you just stay fast and just go a bit more south, and it is absolutely doable. But I don't know how many people you can manage to keep alive. Perhaps 200 if you're lucky. If you are a bit clever in using different methods and you know, ways to use your group and to calculate workforce versus income and stuff. And of course, not to waste anything. That is a must in hardcore. You can't waste anything. Cannot afford it. So yeah, I think yeah, the game is okay, I guess, with all the new things. Nothing spectacular, I have to admit, but I still love it. It's just, yeah, very enjoyable, I think. Very, very enjoyable. So this is going to be it from me. When people are saying goodnight and going to bed, that's what I'm going to do too. So thank you everyone so much for following me on this journey. And until next time, have fun and take care.